That face of yours.
Unique radar quotes.
I did not. Perfect of this attack.
That's the win condition right there. Get him at the wall and keep him there. Ooh, right under the high with the hammer chance 4.
Breaks the throw.
The stutter step in each other's face. Nice optimal punish.
That's sick. Big punishable blows. Definitely a thing that's more current in Tekken 8 than anything. The knowledge to do it, that's another thing.
Yeah, especially single hits so fast. He dashes immediately after the engage. Wanted to give up no turns. Oh, the low crush at the wall though.
2 rounds apiece, the down.
Good mid check. That was a wipe the 4 coming. But speaking of sweeps, mine's a launcher.
Yo, big life.
Se nos fue, sí, se fue el internet, no sé si porque como estaba lloviendo y estaba tronando. Se fue la chingada, güey. Ya regresamos. ¡Oh! No mames.
Oh my god.
That was such a confident step.
What a turnaround.
Acá también hace rato se fue la luz. Hinche tormentón a la verga, güey. Aquí ya. Aquí al parecer ya terminó de llover, pero ese ratito escuché estaba lloviendo y escuché truenos. Quién sabe, güey, qué pasa con la red, que cuando llueve, güey, siempre se va a la mierda en internet. Pero bueno, como que no nos perdimos. A ver quién ganaba. Con todo respeto, pero qué bueno que fue usted y no yo el del pedo. Pinche internet me había estado fallando los días pasados. No sé si a todos, señor Hargure. No sé si a todos. Porque a mí también a veces no hay fe. Y de hecho no se quería conectar ahorita, güey. Dije, nada mames, valió madre. Y aparte yo tengo un pedote bien cabrón con mi laptop porque necesito un adaptador de red, güey. Y a veces como que no sé, no lo reconoce mi laptop y me bota del internet. Uf, Pac-Man, sí, el que le digo el stage de Pac-Man. Está cagado. Está cagado. Y se rompe el piso. No, bro, ¿qué pasó? No, ahora está fallando el Johnny Tube o el stream de ellos. También el de ellos estuvo fallando. Hace rato se quedó cargando y pensé que era yo y no, se había crasheado. Tengo rato que no juego al Tekken. Jueguelo. No, pues le habían cagado con una actualización. Creo que ahorita ya medio lo compusieron, güey. Ah, mira, ya rompieron el piso. Y la banda andaba bien enojada, güey, porque sí la cagaron gacho. Oye, pinche Alexis, si quieres retos, ¿de qué vas a querer? El tiempo. ¡Oh! Bro. Justo a tiempo le dio la banda. Bueno. Te digo, güey, que se acomodaba más con Nina ese güey.
Atif, though.
Sí, a este punto ves eso y dices, sí, güey, fue estrategia lo de dejarse ganar, güey, para irse a losers, güey.
About it, obviously.
Such a difficult
Que
decision.
bueno se la aventó.
I mean, look, and it does not take away from the fact that the Ana was doing work. He's already made Arslan switch, but I believe he's locked back into the Ana once again.
All right, Anna, all the way. Here we go. Tournament game for Arslan Ash here.
Tournament game. Yo, Las Vegas, tournament game. Arslan Ash coming right up. We might
No sé quién
have a sixth
es
time
quién, pero se
Evo
mamó ese güey.
champion.
El de gorra blanca.
I see the sixes out there. I see the sixes out there.
Gracias por el follow, señor
I see the ones.
el señor Alex con su otra cuenta. Ya llegué a los 70 y luego me los quitan porque luego son bots. El de gorra blanca es 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 la rubia. Y chingados, se está trabando esta madre. Jaja, sí me pasa en YouTube. Sí, güey, es que ya están como quitando ese pedo de los bots. Y ya te los quitan. Que mamón que no lo seguía. No seguía con sus 300 cuentas, como ve, güey. Se mamó. Diario me quitan como 200 o 300 de bots. A la verga, güey. Aquí raramente me llegan como uno. De 1 a 3. Ojo aquí, es de mamador. Me llegan 200 a 300 bots. Como esa noticia de que más de la mitad de usuarios en Twitter son bots. Sí. No, pues no sé si vio que hay como un documental de cómo políticos contrataban banda que generaban bots, güey, para tirar carrilla o favorecerlos en las redes sociales. Está cabrón. Así se me había pasado. De hecho pensaba que la cuenta de videogames estaba bloqueada. A la verga, ¿no? Se la habían quitado. Oh, un parry bajo. Uf. Bye. A un round de ser campeón. También yo no sé cómo les gusta jugar con la comida, güey. En serio.
Burst, block, stops the pressure just in time.
Counter hit, 1+2, opportunity here for Atif. Nice spring kick to low crush. Still alive.
Counter hit,
Oy.
this is big news. Gonna recover back that life and still has heat. Rage on the table.
Keeps the heat. Oh!
Bye.
Runs it to the string. Counter hit launcher on the second one.
Atif called that round out perfectly because he knew he was going to
Nomás para medirse la tolonga.
First launch for Arslan at tournament point.
La madre, el castigote que se aventó, güey.
Nice punish.
Bro. Hay que salir del muro, güey.
He's trying to make something happen. Lots of gray life. Might not be enough.
Booty heat dash.
Okay.
Para adelante, güey.
He's gonna get some life back. 33 seconds left on the clock.
La neta, hasta parece que estaba jugando con la comida del Ice, ¿no? O sea,
Challenge again. Double down forward.
¡Oh, bro! No mames, lo tenía ahí para darle el counter, güey. Ah, verga, 6 veces campeón del EVO, güey. La madre, güey. Está cabrón ese güey. Chale, me están dando ganas de jugar un fighting pero luego me acuerdo que no me gustan tanto. No, yo luego me acuerdo que soy manco y se me quitan las ganas.
And of course, Arslan Ash, always so respectful, man.
Se me quitan las ganas.
Came out here, did his thing. And in such a short
Quiero entrarle al Garou, pero
exploding onto the scene since 2019,
a ver si
putting the whole country of Pakistan on his back.
Twisted Minds, Red Bull, Arslan Ash.
a ver si sale en, ¿se llama? En Switch 2.
But I can tell you something right now. These guys are training partners. They play against each other all the time. They know that they're going to go back to the lab. Once again, a top 2 placement for 2 training partners from the same region is big news. Let you know who owns the prowess when it comes to Tekken, and it is definitely Pakistan. But your champion, your EVO champion, is going to be none other than Arslan Ash.
Woo! Got another one in the books, man. Congratulations to Arslan Ash.
Hasta cabrón ese güey. Para alcanzarlo, ¿quién será el guapo que pueda alcanzar los 6 campeonatos de ese güey? Ahora sí viene lo chido, eso viene Storita Fighter.
JDCR was there, Mool Gold was there, a lot of big names from the Tekken world was there, and obviously, like we said before, you want that coveted prize because this is a Masters Plus event. That means you get the most points from Master Plus events to go towards that TWT. Think about that. That's a huge chunk. So you're an EVO champion, now you got a huge lead on the TWT board. What more can you ask for?
Dude, I think Arslan was already top 4 in the leaderboard, so I think this might have just bumped him up number 1 on the leaderboards as well.
Like I said, points are always on the line. EVO gives you the biggest chunk of points because it's Masters Plus. But Arslan Ash, now our 6th-time EVO champion here for Tekken. And look, we know Justin Wong got 9. I mean, Sonic Fox.
Ya el Ash era como es como el señor Fabi Men, güey, le gusta jugar con la comida.
Arslan Ash among the greats at this point. I mean, 6, and like you said, in this short amount of time, crazy.
Absolutely ridiculous. And we're going to have another EVO coming up later this year.
I mean, look, that's very interesting.
Eso es lo que casi no me gusta, ese pedo de que ahora van a ser como 400 EVOs al año, güey. Está muy mamón, güey. Vienen las piernotas, los muslotes de jugador de fútbol americano, güey. No quiero sonar romántico, pero mientras yo tenga cara a la Chun-Li, nunca le va a faltar sentarse. A huevo. Amai. Veremos Shiranuis. Veremos Terris.
Even from the change from Tekken 7 to Tekken 8 now, with all the drastic system changes and a lot of changes that they made overall to the characters, the consistency, the practice, the hard work.
Vamos a ver
With that being said, I believe we have the amazing Persia on the
James.
stage for our top 8 ceremony. Take it away.
Thank you so
Creo que
much,
Sagat, no sé si Sagat ya
Mike, and
salió.
one more time for our Tekken
No,
top
pues Sagat
eight
apenas
right here before we
salió.
hand out these medals.
Nadie lo usa ahorita. ¿A qué hora empieza ahorita? Después, ¿qué será? Unos...
Let's go ahead and get into it.
Sí, entre 5 unos 5 o 10 minutos, güey, en lo que ahorita en lo que es la premiación y cambian el setup para esto ahorita.
Also tied for 7th place is going to be
Aguante.
JDCR.
Y a ver si va a haber anuncios, pero creo que no creo que haya anuncios porque en la tarde anunciaron el teaser de Sea Viper, entonces no creo. Y lo va a transmitir. Sí, aquí voy a estar. Aquí he estado desde Fatal Fury, pero ya no me dio tiempo de estar en los de Guilty Gear. Aguanten, ahorita vengo.
And in 3rd place, we've got Chikurin! And in second place, give it up for Atif! And your Evolution Championship Series 2025 champion for Tekken 8 is Arslan Ash! And of course, our top 3 competitors get the beautiful Nacon Deja Fight Sticks as trophies. Ooh. Ah. Woo! Amazing work. Come on, let's make some noise for our Tekken top 8. And while I have them, let's go ahead and have a quick interview with our champion. My goodness, here, let's go right center stage. You deserve the perfect spotlight. 6 times, 6-time EVO champion. And when it comes to Tekken 8 specifically, a little bit of deja vu from last year, right? In the same grand finals against Atif. How much more difficult do you feel this year was compared to last year, or vice versa?
First of all, I want to say thanks to Allah. It was only possible because of him, and such a great journey that I had so far. Atif has always been a great rival. I really wished, throughout the tournament, maybe he lose, that I have more chances of winning. So. But no, you cannot, he is talented, he has to, you cannot hide talent. And this year, it was harder than the last year, I think.
Have you noticed any changes, not only in your gameplay, but maybe also Atif's, that helped you today?
So I copied Anna because he was doing amazing with Anna. So, so he knew because I copied his Anna. So my Anna
Sí,
didn't
bueno,
work against him.
deje, voy al baño y por botana en lo que se viene la Chun-Li, córrale, señor
That
Hargune.
was my last option, I was like, if
Híjole, a ver si no me asaltan aquí en el chat.
But yeah, she worked out.
Amazing. And honestly, how does it feel to be a 6-time
Están chidas
champion?
las arcades de
Like they are
que les dan del
champions
tercero al
like 5
primero.
times, 4 times, 3 times. But I think I am one of the guy who has done this in
Y están chidas esas arcades.
amount
Sí
of
son-
time, I think. Like in 6 years, I won six times. I don't know. Yeah, but I am feeling so blessed. Thanks to Allah, thanks to my family, my wife, my mother. They are watching, and I wanna say thanks to all of my fans and whoever's supporting me.
Thank you so much and
Está el
congratulations again.
el señor Chris haciendo stream también.
Bring this winner's interview to you guys. All right, I think the most important part is upon us. Let's get Arslan his trophy!
Estaría chido que,
Congratulations,
por ejemplo, él que es ya 6 veces campeón, que como en las copas de no sé, de cualquier liga, güey, o por ejemplo aquí de la Liga MX, que ahí mismo graban el nombre del campeón. Estaría chido que hicieran lo mismo para ellos, güey.
Well, there you have it, Arslan Ash, 6 times your EVO champion for Tekken, and we're in a new book of Tekken, and still the chapters look the same. Pakistan.
The consistency, the hard work pays off. The ones who train the hardest win the best, right? So congratulations to Arslan Ash, Atif as well, runner-up right after him. You can tell how much that training has paid off.
I mean, look, you even heard him himself. He said, hey, he's been a great rival. The only reason I picked up Anna was to copy his Anna because he was doing so well. But look, he even told you the layout, what happened in that first set. Look, I wanted to play the character. I thought I could do it. Not going to work out. But he said his last option was Nina. Going to that one was the smartest one anyway. He even has the Lars that he probably hasn't played in a while, but I like that he's pointing out that, hey, look, Nina was my last effort, and he had to swing that back in his favor. It wasn't clean.
He had to work for it.
He had to work
for
for
sure.
it.
He definitely couldn't do it in the mirror, but the Nina got the job done. 6-time EVO champion.
Look, I know that I said
He can make it a 7 by the end of the year.
He actually could. That's what's crazy. Now that we have more EVOs, he definitely has the opportunity to be a 7-time EVO champion. But look, I just want to say, Mike, it has been amazing to do this with you.
Man.
Yo,
Absolute honor.
EVO, do me a favor. This is my boy Mike's first top 8 at EVO, and I've done many tournaments with him. Please make some noise for MYK. This is my brother right here. This is love. This is love right here. This is my bro right here. One of the best in the business.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I appreciate it.
And I just want to say, it is a huge pleasure. It's an honor for the people at home. It's an honor for me to be in front of you guys talking about what I love. It's fighting games. It's Tekken. It's all of the above. Thank you guys for listening to me, hearing me, and accepting me. And that's going to do it for me. But look, it's always love. Shout outs to everybody that plays fighting games, that comes to EVO.
Mucho amor de ese güey.
Whether you do it on the chat or whether you do it offline, it's always love. With that being said, my name is Tasty Steve. This is MYK, and we'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for playing.
Thank you so much, guys. That was our Tekken Top 8, and we are gonna head to a quick break, but you know that means that Street Fighter 6 is coming up next, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Arrive soon. However, they are arriving now. Production, where are we going?
Look, who's hungry? We're going to Chipotle. I need people on the bus now. Chipotle on the way. Let's get it. Deal. If you can guess how many beads I have, I'll commentate your Chipotle order.
I'm guessing around 1,000.
Now that's meaty. Of course you go with queso. That way your burrito will match your play style. You can tell he's been labbing that burrito technique.
Uy,
Now
se me
that's
antojó un
top tier.
burrito.
You guys love Chipotle. Make some noise!
Un burrito. Oh, se viene. Se viene el Estorita.
Welcome back to EVO 2025 presented by Chipotle. We all know because we've heard
Chipotle.
Coach say we got some Street Fighter 6 top 8 action. Y'all ready for some Street Fighter 6?
So-
All right. Before that, I would like everybody in this entire state
Lo
of
que
the
ya
Disney
mero
Park,
me mintió vecino ya.
make some noise
Ya empezó.
for a lot of the reason we are all sitting in this room today. Stand up, cheer, yell. We got Rick the Hotto coming out here to give you some information, baby. This is his home. Make him feel good.
Ahorita primero van
Hello,
anuncios.
everyone. We're going to do something that's become a bit of a tradition over the last few years. I'm going to lose my voice after cheering for fighting games for 3 days and then have to come out here and talk to you about what EVO's up to for the next year or so. We got Street Fighter 6 Top 8 coming up shortly, so I'm going to try to make this quick and sweet for everybody. In a few short months, we're going to head over to the first EVO in Europe for EVO France in Nice. That event today already, with registration still open, has eclipsed the attendance of every other fighting
Está
game
raro, güey, que haya
in Europe. It is the
este
biggest thing that has happened
EVOs
for
así
fighting in the region. It has
como
multiple records
pegados entre ellos,
for
güey.
the region. And every one of you could still come if you want. You can head over to EVO.
Esa madre es en 2 meses, güey.
register. Flight prices weren't even that bad this morning. I checked. That's going to be October 10th to 12th in Nice. One other important thing about that show over at EVO France, the enthusiasm we've received has been so strong that I'm happy to confirm today that show will return in 2026 before this one even kicks off. We had another record-setting EVO earlier this year, actually, as well. Because EVO in Tokyo for EVO Japan set records for the largest fighting game event in the history of Japan, for
Y antes
brackets
era
Street Fighter
uno al
6,
año, sí,
and is returning
al año.
again to Tokyo Big
Ya
City next
después
year
abrieron
from May 1st
el de
to 3rd.
Japón y ahorita ya pusieron otros 2 más, me parece.
It's always great visiting
Si,
the first
si van a
fighting
hacer
game
eso,
all
le deberían de
over.
poner al principal algo así como EVO World
You are already here
Championship.
right now in Las Vegas, though. So before this Las Vegas show ends, I want to let you know
Estaría
when
chido.
to save the date for next year because that date is changing. I've been promised that it's
Cool.
a few degrees cooler in June than August. So June 26th to 28th at the Las Vegas Convention Center will be EVO 2026. We are going to have a spring
Lo
of
pusieron
fighting
en-
games.
Pusieron en junio.
After that, we do have one more event that we talked about last year, and it's about time we get to moving it forward. So when we get done with that cycle of events next year, we're finally going to go to the Lion City in early 2027 and get that 4th EVO event up and running.
Hasta
That is a great
Singapur.
looking city. We did have one other new event that we launched this year that hit particularly close to home for me, as I believe in celebrating the community and celebrating the history of the genre. So I'm happy to tell you that with the response we saw earlier this year, the EVO Awards are returning once again in 2026.
EVO Awards. Sí.
I think we even have a hype video for that, if I'm not mistaken.
Hayao.
This goes faster if we don't, though, so that's probably okay.
What does it feel like to have come to a moment like this?
Could you imagine playing a game and we're here 20, 30 years later, still doing the thing? Name a better community that can do that, bro.
It is a moment I hope that the FGC will remember forever. You will go down in history.
And the winner.
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 And your winner is.
The winner is.
Ay, chao. Ese güey sí es un
I'm
showman.
still impressed by that jump. How many do you think you can jump that high?
De esos más en la Evo, güey. Le vendrían bien.
That any of you raised your hands. You know, I just realized something when we were talking about that new June 26th to 28th date for Las Vegas next year. Bailey, are you in this crowd anywhere? How are we feeling about that date?
Sí, yo.
I do love when everything works out for everyone. The world is always full of changes, my friend. We have another change, actually, that I'd love to tell you about the EVO Awards, because although I love that show, I think it was missing something integral to letting the community celebrate the community. And that was the nomination process wasn't open to all of you. This year it's going to be. We'll have a lot more details for you coming up soon about that nomination process, about those
Va a estar cabrón para los jugadores andar de aquí para allá, güey.
And actually,
Aburrido. Aburrido. Efectivamente. Pero va a estar cabrón para los jugadores, güey, andar de un lado para otro. Y aparte entrar a los World Champions que tienen cada compañía de su juego, güey. Va a estar pesado.
Ladies and gentlemen,
are you ready for some Street Fighter 6 topic?
chill out. That's not enough. That man just asked you, are you ready for some Street Fighter 6? Joe, now I think that I actually believe them. So with that being the case, it is officially time to get into our talk. Hold on.
No. We got a video before top 8.
Oh.
My bad, Rob. Can we run the video before top 8, please?
Ah, pero es el... Oh. Va a ser el teaser que seguramente mostraron a la tarde. Ajá, sí es. A ver qué van a aventar. Es el teaser de Sea Viper. A la verga, güey. Sea Viper. Que ahora creo que ya no es vi nada más unas capturas y creo que ves que sus ataques son de fuego, pero creo que ahí es el morado. Bison. El diablo, señorita. Y se le salió de control. Ah, es cierto que tiene ataques. Hasta otoño. Está chido, la neta, su traje. Pensé que iba a ser... ¿Cómo se llama la otra? Ingrid, no me acuerdo.
Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, are we ready for some C Vipers?
Are we really ready for some Crimson Viper?
Esa madre, si Viper cuando salió en el 4, que fue lo más cof que vi en Street Fighter, güey.
Hold on, I got a phone call. Hold on.
Phone?
Hello? Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm too excited, I gotta say it. Capcom called Joe, and we got another trailer.
Do you want another trailer?
Otro.
A trailer for you. Make some noise if you want it.
La verga, güey. Qué pedo.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's loud, very loud, but not quite enough. Are you ready for another trailer?
Ah, caray. Ya me espanté, señor Alex.
Rolling.
Ah, trailer de trajes. Mames, me espanté. Ah, claro que es la temporada de verano, ¿ah? El año pasado no habían sacado. A la verga, güey. Ah, el de Manon está bien bonito. A verga, güey. A la verga, güey. El de Chun-Li está bien verga, güey. Y ya. Ah, me espantó, pinche Capcom. Capcom, ¿quieren nalgas? Aquí tienen.
One more time, you gotta make it count. Are we ready for some Street Fighter 6 topic?
Gracias a que todo explotó con Marvel Rivals, güey. Saben que quiere la banda, güey. Por cierto, vio señor Alex que actualizaron el de la Fighting Collection 2. Metieron nuevos personajes al de Alpha, nuevas rolas y nuevo arte. El traje de la de pelo rosa lo calcaron tal cual del diseño de un artista llamado Rake. El güey hace arte de Street Fighter. Ah, sí, no sabía, señor Jorge. El de Manon, creo que se llama Manon. A mí se me hace está más bonito que el de los demás. Es el más bonito que el de los demás. Sí vi que lo iban a actualizar. Habrá que verlo. Chingado. Chinado. Si lo quiero, puta madre. Pues no hay varo. Apenas fíjese en que me gasté la quincena. Me compré un patito de Resident Evil, güey. Mira. Es el patito de Tofu, güey. Aquí se fue la quincena, señor Alex. También verga, son los de Tubs. burrito de tofu.
This is the moment that we have all been waiting for, and there is no time like showtime. Introducing our first player, the reigning Capcom Cup champion, Kakeru!
Kakeru.
And now, your Blink 2025 Respawn champion, Fudo!
Ah, no mames, Fudo sí logró entrar al
Your
top 8.
EVO Japan champion, Mena RD!
Menard, obviamente. Señor Blanca.
One of the members of Street Fighter League Europe Championship, Viendo!
The EWC champion, Xiao Hard!
Ese güey, cada que veo torneos está ese güey.
And Combo Breaker champion, LeShar!
LeShar.
And the young prodigy at his first offline event, ladies and gentlemen, Mickey!
La primera vez que aparece ese güey. Porque no lo recuerdo.
Your EVO Street Fighter 6 champion from 2023, Angry Bird!
Before we get into this top 8, I only request one thing from everybody in this audience to show the world what our scene is all about. So right now I need this chant. FGC!
Ahora Tokido no alcanzó al top 8. Me sorprende que Fudo esté ahí.
FGC! FGC!
With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I think it is finally time. We're going to get into our top 8 and send things over to our commentators.
Let's get it.
Welcome everybody, of course, we are here for the final game of the weekend. It is the Street Fighter 6 top 8 here at Evolution. I'm joined by Vicious. His first time up here. This is the 3rd year for the game. And of course, we have some familiar faces, all of you up there. Obviously, Angry Bird 3 years in a row here in this top 8 fighting for it, of course. And it's lovely to see all of you once again from some Street Fighter 6 here at EVO.
And you've heard the entire intro. If you guys have been following along with the Capcom Pro Tour, each and every one of these guys have championship caliber in them. So in terms of who's going to take it over, who is absolutely unpredictable. And honestly, I've been mad excited since I found out that top 8 was established. And I know guaranteed you guys will not be disappointed.
Yeah, and our winner side of the bracket is freakish. There are so many incredibly talented players there, obviously, and the loser side gets even scarier. Of course, we have Kakeru versus Fudo on first match. Scary one between those two. Obviously, veteran players from Japan. One from the older generation, one much newer. Kakeru in his mid-20s, of course. Mena RD, the 2-time Capcom Cup, 2-time EVO Japan champion, trying to put one on the board for EVO here against Phenom, who really shows up in events like this and has some deep runs. Loser side of the bracket, you want to take us away here?
Absolutely. LeShar going up against Xiao. This was going to be kind of tricky in terms of, ironically, the fact that Xiao has to face off against possibly some Fatal Fury characters, but the fact is, these guys have been absolutely hot. Surprising that they're in the losers round, to be honest with you. Then down below, Mickey with his debut into EVO, in fact, into offline FGC. My man's made it all the way into top 8, facing off against one of the heaviest hitters we could ask for, an EVO champion, Angry Bird.
3 times in a row has been in this top 8 for Street Fighter 6. The only one so far to carry that tradition, which is obviously a very big deal. And we'll have to see how that shakes out in our winners and losers side of the bracket. It's going to be some explosive matches, particularly that Fudo versus Kakeru match. That might determine who wins the tournament. To me, those are 2 players who are on fire. Obviously, Kakeru has looked really, really strong as well. Maybe not his strongest performance in Topanga League, where we saw Fudo just show up and win. Blink, Respawn, obviously back-to-back with those 2. Same thing with LeShar. he went to CEO, he went to CB, and then he vanished for a little bit. And so I'm very curious to see how he looks here on this top 8 stage.
Yeah, we talked about a lot of the familiar players that we've seen on the screen, actually up on the stage and also in the top 8. But I actually want to know what you guys think at home. I want to know your picks because Sejam had kind of picked his a little bit. I also was kind of leaning towards Fudo, but honestly, I think Mena RD, when it comes to like the top end of like any competitive stage, he rises up to the occasion. Rob TV has said it himself. He is the definition of clutch, just alongside a Punk, just alongside an Angry Bird. Also another contender in here, so it's actually going to be rather tricky to pick this one.
Yeah, and you can vote in the chat, obviously, if you're in the audience right now, jump in the chat and get that vote. For me, the man that I've shared many a meal with, I'm going to have to say Fudo is
right on
for EVO champion.
I'm honestly, with the current pathways, I have to lean heavily towards Mena RD, genuinely.
That makes sense. I think Mena obviously is a big favorite on that other side there, and hard to prep for him. I think Phenom's going to be struggling to find Blanca practice right before that, obviously, for Cammy. And Mena, I was in the elevator at noon today, and he was scooping Akira out of the lobby, the best player from Japan, the best Cammy from Japan, and he was like, yo, up in my room right now, we're practicing. So get your votes in, obviously, there. And thanks, of course, to PlayStation, who is bringing you this top 8 prediction. You can have your voice heard. Our votes are down below, and of course, it's going to be Mena RD, the people's favorite, slight edge there over Fudo in that second place. So your pick, it looks like it's going to be the favorite.
I just hope my commentary curse powers doesn't come into effect because I just want a banger of a match all the way across the board. I'm sure you guys do as well at home, and I'm really, really excited to just see if these predictions actually play out.
We'll have to see. That's always the question with this, right? It's the favorite is never someone you can always count on in these kinds of things. You know, even if they are expected to make it far, this is an open bracket. Anybody can enter. Someone like Mickey, who was born when Street Fighter 4 came out, can be in this.
¿Qué señor Arbure?
Yeah, I think
¿Ya fue por botana que?
if I remember correctly, which is
Yo voy
a
así,
young
¿no?
man in this top 8 compared to some of the other competitors. So cool to see.
It's going to be so wild to see it. Yeah, I was actually talking to a lot of folks here in regards to like the competitors, the players, actually the ones that have been really kind of like tuning into the CPT. A lot
Van a
of
escuchar ASMR Sumero mientras como.
Watch one of his stream matches earlier, playing that Cammy, but he also has a couple of secret characters just in case that we actually haven't publicly seen. But I just want to know how he fares up against somebody so well versed against this type of stage at EVO.
Yeah, and the reason I'm familiar with Mickey is actually the World Warrior system.
That's right.
So,
he's gotten like really impressive results both first and second in the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, which is really cool. And of course, thanks to PlayStation not only for the vote for making a brand new fight stick. A lot of you probably saw it. It had the Tokon footage, which everybody was very excited about. And of course, it's wired or wireless on PS5 and PC, thanks to their low latency from PlayStation Link. So you can check it out now at PlayStation.com/FlexStrike, and maybe one of the players in this top 8 next year will be using it.
Honestly, I've been wanting to get my hands on it since I actually saw it. I'm like, yo, okay, let me see the wrist support. Let me see what the buttons are feeling like. I think that's one of the biggest things that we get asked for when it comes to any type of peripherals, making sure like the voices are heard in the community. And I'll tell you what, man, when it comes to everything that's been coming out,
Ya me acabé las palomitas y aún ni empieza como en el cine.
Yeah, and who makes arcade sticks in the year 2025, right? There's not very many.
It's been
everybody's
difficult,
making leverless.
Huevo.
It's cool to see that for sure. And back on to Mickey, we were talking about earlier. You can watch the World Warriors.
Para que nada más esté chingando el refresco y a mitad de película tenga ganas de ir al baño. Fuera de broma, ese rato sí se me estaba chingando unas palomitas.
Tons of good players in that region. I mean, you guys know people like Hot Dog and Oil King from that region as well.
Even Xiaohai actually kind of extends too, right?
Yeah, exactly. So
Yo ahorita me estoy chingando
check that out. Fireman Ruby on
unos
Twitch. You can go check out the region.
hot dogs.
That's how you qualify for Capcom Cup for the vast majority.
La mejor experiencia.
Looking at the first matchup we have at hand, Kakaru versus Fudo. We got to talk about the path to victory here, presented by White Claw. It's going to be so sick to see it, right? 2-1 is going to be, oh, sorry, 2-1 against Itobashi Zangief. That was actually mad impressive. That's honestly really, really difficult to check. Again, White Claw 0 proof coming up with all of the stats that we needed. 2 all-over shine as well.
That was a wild one. His match versus Goichi, I mean, he clutched victory from the jaws of defeat. Goichi
I saw
had him.
that.
Like, it was, he baited a throw and walked back on wake up. Kakaru got the back throw, and that was all she wrote. He really clutched it out there, but it was almost a loser's bracket run from him because of that Goichi set. So very, very close. Recommend checking that one out after the tournament, of course. And we'll be taking a look at his competitor here, Fudo.
Oh my God, look at all those zeros up there.
Bodies.
Jesus.
Bodies.
That's actually
La verga, pinche Fudo, güey.
2-0 in the top 24 to make it.
That's the EVO champ right there. The only person he lost to is Yamaguchi, who he just had sets with in Topanga League as well.
Le puso una madrina al punk, güey. Ah, mama.
And Riddles on the way after in his round 3 right before that. Some pretty tough foes that he had.
Se ve que tiene deseos de ganar porque hay que comprar los pañales, güey.
Curious to see how that played out. We had that kind of extensive set over at Topanga Championship 6 between Fudo and Kakadu specifically. Fudo obviously winning that event. I'm actually kind of curious to see how much prep time Kakadu has had for both Ed and DJ while Fudo is piloting. I'm sure there's a lot of information to be had while watching Blink respawn, because honestly, seeing that matchup between him and Momochi in the grand finals into a whole reset, having that much data, honestly, is going to be very, very much so a big task. So that was the path to victory presented by White Claw, Zero Proof, to give us all of the details as to how they got to this very stage. Speaking of, Kakadu and Fudo, hot in the seats. Y'all ready for the first matchup? That's what I'm talking about. Us too, man. Believe me.
A battle of titans, Capcom Cup, and
Órale, Fudo, que Fudo chiquito
on the stage.
necesita pañales, bro.
Interesting question about Fudo. He has world-class options in both Ed and DJ, right? So that's the thing about him that you can always count on. You know that he can swap between those two, and I got some intel backstage thanks to Angry Bird. He told me that he saw him prepping both of them. So, you know, both of those are options, and we see the Ed is locked in our first game here. Evolution 2025, our first match of Street Fighter 6.
Es cabrón de Fudo. El cabrón se consiguió una novia que es modelo, güey.
Yeah, the thing to highlight from Fudo,
Mis respetos.
and then does drive rush buttons, right? He uses drive rush on Ed. Wow, what an interrupt, just like he's DJ. He uses both of those tools really, really well. The X portal comes out, Fudo gives up the space because
Y hasta le hizo un hijo, güey. Ese güey ya ganó en la vida.
Give me the swing, give me the portal, snapping his fingers, trying to check Fudo in case he wanted to check the drive rush.
Yeah, really good choices from both of them. Both of them can do that, right? Obviously, it could be drive rush into some kind of flicker for Fudo to make the same kind of idea. Corner pressure here, drive rush in, takes the throw. New corner pressure from Ed. He doesn't get an auto throw loop and stuff like he did before. So it's a little weaker, and that's a huge hit for Kakadu. Level 2 on deck, which is a huge win condition for both of these characters.
Yeah, he's trying to set up the pace, right? He had a departure in front of Fudo. He sent out a couple of those. Now he's baiting. At this range,
No mames, güey.
all the way through it. A slight drop. Now he's in burnout.
Whoa.
Drive reversal. Here comes the level 2. Is he going to knock him out? Is he going to be
Special. That's the chip.
La verga, güey.
Check and mate as soon as he burns out.
Ni supo por dónde le entró ese golpe.
We see the big drops.
Not afraid of it being expensive, honestly. He's going to build it right back, given the amount of times he's done so in the past. Take a look right now. That big jump in, anticipating the flicker. Go on with the cane swing, young man. Let me get that level 3 to add on to more damage. The earlier, the better. You got a lot of life behind you. You can build up some more meter going forward, and you get full control. Set it up. Perfect parry.
And that's a huge one here for Fudo. He gets the knockdown, he gets pressure afterwards. Back throw, he slightly mistimed. He was looking for delayed button. Kakadu with the immediate wake up, and he gets a combo off this. Crouching light kick into the corner. Other side, this man's got a funky DP, and that's a bad one for him. He burns himself out.
No shot. He still went up with a wake up uppercut. Fudo is not afraid to take that risk. We see that one interruption against that low medium kick from Kakadu.
Oh god, Kakadu is in a bad spot here. He might become a speed bag. Double drive rush, level 1 at the end. The level 2 for the fastball special again, and Fudo's on the board.
No amount of Rocky movies can prepare you for what's hitting you, man. I'll tell you what.
That's how it goes sometimes. And the big thing is we're seeing drops from Kakadu and decisions to spend extra meter, and that kind of clutch performance can be a big deal on this stage as we jump into our second game.
Immediate jump out, didn't want to get any sort of chance against that throw. Drive rush on in, yes sir, the crouch medium connects, spending more of that cancel, spending more of that meter, but that portal's gonna allow him to rest just a little bit, right? That's full screen pressure. Fudo has to make the right choices. Oh my god, that's at least one!
Big gamble on that, expensive, even though he makes it in. His drive gauge is a little low, hard to commit to much for Fudo until he waits it out for a bit. Nice.
There it is! Heavy-handed is the flicker. Oh my god, so is that Fierce getting swept upon after the perfect parry. Not too bad.
That's the perfect parry Prince for a reason. Always ready, and the anti-air, he's more than prepared. The X portal's out, Fudo with the check on the flicker, but the patience from
Jesus, he walked in front of him for so long, yet not a single button came out from Fudo. Perfect parry against the flicker, and the overhead. Nah, no way, man.
Dirty reset there. Kakadu understanding the situation, knowing he couldn't get a kill without it. I love that sneaky option.
Oh, you get the counter hit upon the approach from Fudo. Wait a minute, a little bit of an exchange. Drive rush forward. Kakadu feeling the momentum. Now he has to back off ever so slightly. These limbs might just clip. Fudo is baiting something. He didn't bait the right thing.
too solid. Does not fall for the throw bait. Fudo's offense, a lot of his offense is go in, backdash, try to bait a throw. That's something he does a lot with both of his characters. So big jump in, and it's time to dream.
Let me get that bounce. We got the double.
Oh, he mistimed. The first EP was a little too late. Unfortunately, the drop there, but he still gets the corner off of it. He's low on drive gauge, though, and so it's hard to convert much, and that's why he goes for the jump.
Oof! Immediate stop on the drive rush. He tried to check it, but it was too late.
He fireball. Plus frames after, he drops the kill. And this is the chance. He dashes in. Kakadu with the check. A game apiece and drops from both players so far.
Absolutely nerve-wracking to see some of these sequences that can lead into another round. Just getting dropped. Fudo, Kaku. Little shaky on both ends, but tied 1-1. You love to see it. Again, this is first to 3 after all.
The maracas are coming out. It sounds like to me we got DJ on the stage for Fudo now with the character swap. A little bit more mobility, a little bit more trickery, slightly less stability in the mid-range, but he gets more explosive offensive options.
Yeah, explosivity is definitely the characteristic to describe DJ. But the first cane swing, the first strike, goes to Kakadu, set up the portal. Fudo trying to dash up, just keep himself away from the corner, parrying the attempt of the overhead. We got that low medium kick sweep. Jumping back, regaining that distance is Kakadu. He was ready for it 100%.
Low parries there too. He has to guess if it's going to be mid or low, and he's correct on it.
Way out, that's totally fine. The exchange and benefit for Kakadu. OD jackknife. Put the weapon away, sir. Bang.
A level 1, strip a little bit of drive gauge close to the kill. And now anything for Fudo. Yeah, he had to make a guess there. He chooses to commit to the parry, and Kakadu covers it beautifully.
Off to a fantastic start, but Fudo only getting warmed up. That was actually one risk he took with the OD jackknife. Sure, it was a lesson to be learned, but he's done that plenty of times over. Over at Topanga, he's done it over in Blink. He wants to actually win. That is a very impressive check to matter.
Man, it is incredible. His checks on these moments have been so perfect so far. Fudo cannot make an approach happen. Every angle just perfectly stopped, and that's why Fudo has to get extra wild.
He's definitely got the rhythm. Give me the spring kicks and that beautiful smile.
Plus frames here, goes to the pressure. Safe and sound, but the check from Kakadu, and he has level 2 here as well for the extension. Go for the portal in. He's gonna have the spins. That should be the kill. Kakadu dismantling that DJ in that second game. Instant rematch.
Damn, the killer look on his face, I'll still never get used to it. Kakadu has been locked the heck in. Since he's found his current performance, the way he's playing, he's in his zone right now.
That perfect parry, I mean, it's unreasonable. What's going on here? This guy's just ready for every approach, every normal.
Somebody check his pulse.
How are you supposed to make it in? Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, Fudo is not playing the video game right now.
Wait a minute, yeah, that spike was still gonna be able to clip. Fudo was anticipating Kakadu, trying to check that drive rush, but that is a very important tech, trying to push him back even further. Fudo, you cannot whip in front of this man.
Bro, he's trying to get wild. He needs to make anything happen. I mean, Kakadu is a wall. He's got to get tricky, and it misses.
That's too far? Too much pushback?
I mean, something fortunate finally happening, and he doesn't get much off of it. It's a huge missed opportunity for Fudo, and he can't get anything started.
Drive rush forward, the medium kick does land, he does get a sobot, a little bit of a fake out, a trade now, Kakadu immediately drive rushing, give me your soul.
And I think that soul might be his. After this, Fudo is not able to play the game. He's trying to get extra wily because of it, and Kakadu stuffing every angle of an opportunity.
The sturdiest sandals known to man. Dashing up, checking with the jab as well, creating that space for Fudo. He wants to look for a whiff punish. He's setting it up with the fireballs as well. Kakadu, he's being so patient. All of his normals being placed the way that they've been placed, all been counter hit against Fudo. He's not going to go out there on a limb to get himself whiff punished, right?
I mean, Fudo's done a lot in the last 20 seconds and not really got a ton of damage, to be honest. So, yeah, and there's the crouching medium punch interruption there. Kakadu ready for the drive rush after, still has tons of meter here.
Yeah, it's so tough too. DJ, what can you do, right? Throwing a fireball safely? Sure, perhaps, but when the portal's about to explode, you kind of have to kick back. Oh, dear God, what a standstill.
Didn't quite make it in time. 6-frame check with that crouching medium punch after in the whip punish. Looking good. Anti-air back heavy kick. Not quite the trade combo, but Fudo in a very excellent position here.
It's about a touch and a half. It could be all drive rush, it could be all drive gates that does the talking, or it could be throw, and it does so. You saw a counter hit. You saw a slight response with the button press from Kakadu. It just happened to be not the tech.
No fear on the amnesia. He does not respect that option at all. Which is a big sign to send, and now Kakadu's got to be thinking it in the back of his mind next time he gets knocked down.
Yeah, we haven't seen it thus far, right? It's only a matter of time, especially in this part of the set. You're looking at match point for yourself, fully loaded on level 3. Damn! That was mad far!
And And the level 1 here, knockdown. Is Amnesia coming out or not? He goes from meaty fireball to defeat it. I love the pressure now. Fudo getting active, making things happen. Makes Kakadu look mortal.
Still so stuck in this corner. Mediums could happen for Fudo. Roundhouse could happen, but no, the drive rush nullified yet again.
Yeah, he can threaten with drive rush into EX Sobot again or something like that too if he gets pushed away to try to, beat those checks.
Let's see if it happens. Just a little bit too close. Checking with the far. Sweet low medium kick just at the tip.
Oh, perfect parry, but he didn't believe in the drive rush, and he tries it right there to beat the check. And the reversal. He's going to take the side swap here. Fudo's in trouble. Burnt out. Not a lot of options. Uh-oh, he's going to have to guess with this level 2 situation afterwards for sure. Oh, he just spends the level 3 to get the knockdown into the corner, and Fudo in a bad spot. Chip is a big problem now. Trades the spike are a big problem.
Yeah, and Kakadu could just hang back if need be, right? He's not going to drive rush forward in this kind of a situation. He doesn't need to. He's letting all of the projectiles do the talking, figuring out the goals. The double departure, jump back, medium. He absolutely tracked Fudo upon his movement and rebutted correctly. Kakadu sending Fudo into losers right out the gate.
How are you going to beat
losers.
After that performance, Kakadu looking unstoppable. Very similar to what we saw from him from Capcom Cup there. Fist bump in the air and the ultimate machine. When that man's on point, I don't know how you beat him. Just every interaction, every angle, everything, he just sees it all, calculates, and finds a way to stop it.
This is one of the things I was looking forward to, right? I wanted to see what the adaptations and changes were from their matchup in that first of 7 from Topanga. I wanted to see what happens if Fudo is forced to be on the aggressive side, if he's forced to be from that life deficit to expend a lot more meter, possibly get himself ready with the fireballs as well from Foil Screen. At least, as DJ,
La banda de atrás, güey.
that opportunity whatsoever. Off of the knockdown, you get the portal, you get fake ghosts, you get the stalagmites. It's so difficult.
Down on loser's bracket, which obviously he won Blink from that position, so we'll have to see if that comes up again. Kakadu in winner side grand finals, and when he's winning, this game looks solved. It looks like there's no way to play offense in Street Fighter 6. There's no way to approach. Just he is an absolute machine. He just makes the game look complete.
This was going to be a little bit wild, if I can say so myself. This next coming match, Mena RD going up against Phenom.
And I know a lot of people, big Mena fans in the crowd here. You saw, or you heard a big pop for him earlier. People love him all over the world, and I think he's a tough one to solve for. His character choices are a little unconventional, and then also his style too. I don't think anybody else really plays the way he does, and Blanca's a hard character to find matchup experience against.
Yeah, I did get to talk about Phenom's journey here as well, right? All the characters he's prepped for, every single character, every single player, etc. It's been rather difficult. In fact, we could take an even closer look at that. Let's start with Mena RD with our victory path presented by White Claw Zero Proof. Going into it, Torin Meshi 2-1 over him. Also, Dual Kevin. How many times does he have to face off against Dual Kevin in a CPT stage?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they had to play back to back, and Dual Kevin had a
¿Cuántas peleas van a hacer?
a lot of really good players. He was one of those ones who's obviously in our losers bracket. We're going to talk about that later, but Torin Meshi set was very close.
Cuatro.
Really close. The Bokeh set won as well.
Más
really strong players for him to beat back to back to back.
dos de semifinales y
the Phenom path is outrageous. Look at who Phenom beats. Dude, he's fighting Eli.
son 6.
Haitani, Ryusei,
Son 7, pero depende si se reseta el bracket, pues ya son 8.
There's something about him, man. There are certain years where his performance just goes over the top. Right now, he's like the main representative for EU, at least in his World Warrior region. He's currently at like the top of the leaderboards. He had a first and second placement for those last couple of weeks. And honestly, he's as sharp as ever. This is the Phenom that we've been used to over in his path over in Street Fighter 5, and now looking as strong as ever. I think the strongest thus far this year in Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the victory path, of course, presented by White Claw Zero Proof. Nice to see how everybody makes it here in their match.
No, creo que son más. Es que ya no vi la tabla, güey. Es que son dos semifinales en los losers, creo, más la final. Y arriba es una semifinal y más la final. Son 4, 7, 7, 8, como 9, creo.
In this very moment, can he take down another top-end player via Phenom and that Cammy? I'm more so kind of concerned with Phenom. I haven't been able to check out any records of him playing any Blancas, as you had mentioned, right?
Yeah, we asked too, like, who do you prep for with this matchup? And he's like, I don't know. I don't have anybody in EU that I really play this matchup with a ton. Like, there are some, but it's not super common. And he said, here, I had to play the Japanese Blanca players, but they don't play exactly like Mena. So I think he's even worried, you know, pre-prep, right? Like, just thinking about this matchup, it was hard. Whereas I saw Mena noon this afternoon. He was ushering up Cami players to his hotel room to get prep and practice. Like, I think he's been ready to go. He's super prepared, I think, for this matchup.
Yeah, and most in regards to strategy, I did talk to Phenom about it. He's like, he's compartmentalizing every bit of Mena RD as he can, just based off of match footage, right? There's going to be certain things in the pocket of his brain that's like, you know what, if Blanca's in this current situation, position-wise, I have to get ready for this option, right? It can't be too specific. I don't know if Mena RD actually has the headset on, so I'm not going to spoil it, but let's just say Phenom, he's already got the whole tree of options ready.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got some other characters, and both of them have characters up their sleeves, of course. The scary thing is I feel like Mena has a unique strength as a player, as we hear the crowd getting hyped for the walkout here in our second match of this winner's side. Top 8 here at EVO. Mena RD versus Phenom. Gonna be a banger here, and I'm sure it's gonna be quite the scrap, as Mena just has this unique ability to sense, not only on his own offense, but on his opponent's offense, where the match is gonna go and how to smother and make the correct choices.
He's already trying
to Blanca.
How long, excuse me? How many active frames is that bad boy?
I think like 12.
I think Blanca-chan had something to do with it.
Yeah. You sound like J. Jonah Jameson.
I want pictures of Blanca-chan right now on my desk.
That's exactly right, as Phenom just getting a couple of stray normals, and he's been using that heavy kick in neutral more often, Mena, and there we see the drive rush opener from Phenom trying to find the jab. Corner interaction, and you know, everybody's always scared to pressure Blanca. He's a tough character to deal with because it's up ball, he can jump back and go for the air ball, he can go for back dashes or buttons. He's just got a tricky set of options to deal with.
Yeah, a little bit dry towards the drive gauge now for Phenom. You talked about some of those options. He was actually pretty reluctant at first to kind of think about pressuring Blanca, something we talked about a little bit earlier, but right now, he's looking pretty damn fine, at least within this neutral, within roundhouse range. Doesn't want to get clipped because Blanca has some very extensive normals that can easily counter you or whiff punish. Oh no, wait a minute. Yeah. Gotta be level 1, you already know it. Securing the first round, absolutely worth the money spent.
Hay cambios que está bien preciosísimas las caras. De los pocos diseños de Street Fighter 6 que me gustan.
Yeah, he's only within ranges to kind of bait out like a normal thus far from what we've seen, but we do get the OD Blanca ball. Didn't get the continuation.
Que luego ves a cosas como Blanca y dices, verga, che diseño está bien culero.
We get the side switch. Phenom applying pressure with the stand medium pick. Kick, extra punch, excuse me, hello. There was back-to-back roundhouses. I just saw a bunch of kicks on the screen. He's trying to control the pace with the heavier normals now to slow Mena RD.
Yeah, and it's a one-hit round now, so Phenom a little bit more passive. Love the jump. It's been a while. Neither of them really committed to that too much. And Mena now playing slow. He's one hit away, so doesn't have to be too active. Just blocks it out, eats the throw. Phenom down a lot of drive gauge now, which makes the next interaction a little scarier.
Just about one hit, one touch is all that's needed into a drive rush cancel. They're playing a game of normals, playing a game of chicken a little bit, roundhouse to check a little bit, too. The throw comes in from Mena RD. This is the first significant opening. We got the lightning beast. We don't need the level 3. Let's play a little game. How long can you play defense against the Blanca ball? Burnout is in effect. An attempt at the overhead. Phenom snipes it out immediately with a crouching jab to secure game 1.
Le dio el SF6, no, güey. No le he dado. Hasta que le entra el Switch 2. O sea, hasta el próximo año. La verga. Ya bien tarde, güey.
Aggressive again with buttons. There's been a lot of delay timing in Mena's pressure so far, and I think Phenom's getting
Uno no es señor Alex de Millonario. Para tenerlo todo.
There was an attempt at a parry. You saw it, hence the burnout on Phenom's behalf.
Yeah, and Mena went for a delayed button, so that parry would lose there. He gets the combo off this as well, and he's not going to spend too much. I would imagine just the doll into pressure, into chip being an option, plus frames on that, and it's going to be all she wrote.
La madre.
Love the containment with the jump back ball, air to air, not an option.
No le dejó salir.
Goes there to Mena.
Damn, that was a smooth punish counter. Phenom's been doing that all weekend long. Oh boy, OD up ball.
Para atrás.
Yeah, now we see Mena. I love that he's using these heavy kicks. And look at that, the spaced out forward beat-up kick. It checks Phenom's reactions. He can get the corner carry here with level 2. And now Phenom in a bad spot, gonna have to deal with the doll at the end of this pressure.
Gonna set up the little fella. Not too much pressure.
Ah, mames.
What a whiff punish on that walk back. And you're
Dos.
actually taking hella damage out of that. The quick 2-round rebuttal from Meta RD.
Yeah, I love the forward medium kicks. Keeping it up in neutral, recognizing that not only is Phenom poking with lows, but he's reacting and trying to whip punish. If you're trying to whip punish, a slow move like forward medium kick is very good to catch people off guard. Double drive rush around start, both trying to take initiative.
I like that. Fast and furious. Drive on in there. No medium kick yet again, this time via counter hit against Meta RD. What's the pressure looking like from Phenom? Damn, he woke up with no medium?
That's what I mean. Mena has such a good read about what to do on his own offense, but what his opponent wants to do on their defense. As he gets the doll set up here, takes the throw, and now
lo
to the
agarró.
guess, does he want to parry or does he want to reverse?
Ah, mames.
And he can strip the drive gauge here with the drive impact. That's what he does. Ignites the doll, cross up, double hop.
Ah, la verga, güey.
Even the Funko Pop had a little bit of a hop to it too.
Plus on that again, he's plus, and now
Ah, mames, lo tiene encerrado, no lo dejó salir.
steamrolling, and it makes all these offensive sequences feel worse and worse because now he has level 2. He can pop it here and force some defensive situations for Phenom to deal with as well. And there's the heavy punch, level 2, immediate corner push.
Dude, and chunks of drive gauge just getting shaved off from the side of Phenom. It's gonna be looking so tough. He's forced to block in so many of these occasions, especially while Lightning Beast is active. That snipe from how far?
The reads, man, he's been so right about Phenom's offense, and you can tell Phenom is a little hesitant to go for reversals because he's been blocked a couple of times, and that means that Mena can just back up and wait for buttons or jumps, which is exactly what he went for.
Funny enough, all those exchanges still leading to just about
No.
Phenom sitting at pretty significant
Casi se
resources.
traga
That
el
is a
puño.
very
Verga.
good pickup. How did you react to the OD dive kick in that speed?
Yeah, and Phenom is so passive now. You see, he's a little worried. He just needs one hit, but, you know, Mena's doing a great job whiffing and then counter poking right after anti-air again. He's got level 1 for the
Antiaéreo,
He
vas
misses,
pa' abajo.
and he gets
Ah,
the pickup
mames.
anyway, and you know Phenom's kicking himself for that. He's like,
Abrió
oh,
su
he whiffed, I hit
defensa.
a button, I wasn't right, and everything's not coming up his way.
No, if it works, that's just a very, very genius frame kill is what it is. We'll take it to that.
And you gotta be in your own head if you're Phenom here too, because the first game went your way, and then now you're like, oh man, he blocked a couple of DPs, and I was wrong on defense, and he's beating me up in neutral. A lot of things going right for Mena here in this turnaround in the last couple of games.
Yeah, and he's making it hurt too. Not even just in regards to like how much damage he's giving to Phenom, but also stripping away all the defensive capabilities that he had as well with the drive gauge.
I heard everybody in the world heard Kabla right there, I think. I'm pretty sure. We all heard it immediately.
Que lo que? That's what I'm talking about.
That forward medium kick again. Phenom thinking about it. He hasn't had a good answer to the either. Hasn't done a whip punish yet.
That back throw.
Nice whip punish. And I think that's the game for Phenom here. Somehow he's got to slow it down even more if possible and try to be second. We haven't seen that much from Mena, just raw Blanca ball in neutral too.
Yeah, a little funky too. I was actually kind of curious as to if that was going to be a thing against Phenom thus far, but we'll see how often more that comes up. Again, medium kick. You were just talking about to start it off. Forward medium kick has gotten so much mileage against Phenom, playing against his very reactive nature thus far in this set.
Yeah, I mean, if you
Me
whip
mordió toda la cara.
and Phenom's like, I gotta whip punish that, I gotta be faster. And you see the forward medium kick, you try to be fast, and you get hit. That's just how the mid-range works. And look at Mena whipping lights and stuff too to try to fake him out, and then going for a big button afterwards, trying to catch Phenom, trying to whip punish.
A la madre.
Right behind it, you know, the forward medium kicks a threat as well, so he's got lots of good stuff to look for here.
Wonder if the big opening comes out from NRD, if he ends up spending to level 2 for Lightning Beast, or maybe
la
block string. You get forward throw, a little
alcanzó a agarrar.
he's going to be dashing up. That's when the Lightning Beast comes out. Not only does he get to apply pressure, back away if need be, but also he gets a regain drive gauge. That's a counter
Uy,
hit, that's an extension,
le
and that's the
le abrió la defensa por arriba.
Just like that. I love that he baited right after, right? He hasn't gone for a lot of baits so far, and then immediately goes for the Blanca ball. Double drive rush at the round start again. And look at the passive play from Phenom on Mena's offense. You know he's so worried about reversals, just like that, right? He's worried about jump back ball. Now he's poking with the medium punches. And there's the slide, the first one of the set. Phenom has such a tall task in dealing with all these options.
Everything is just stacking up against Phenom at this moment. NRD now bring them to the corner. Blanca ball to close the gap. Roundhouse does get punished, but nothing big, too big out of it. There could have been a low medium kick, perhaps, at that range.
And Phenom's whip punishment has been excellent on a lot of normals, but it's so tough to contain and control all of the options that Blanca can represent. There's a throw again. No DPOS from Phenom twice in a row now, too.
Just getting an opening. Does get the forward throw. What are you going to do to pursue? Fierce into the cancel.
Doble
Now
agarre.
another throw.
Yeah, that just means that he's low on drive gauge now, which means the level 2 for Mena as well. Extra scary.
Uy,
And
yeah.
that's going to be the set. you can tell that the mid-range from Mena forced him onto that option, and now he's headed to the winner's side of our winners finals with the rematch against the man he played in EVO Japan Grand Finals, Kakadu.
I grabbed your shoulder immediately after that sentence. I was like, dear God, this is going to be one hell of a
que es el de
banger.
Winners.
Getting another rematch between those two Titans on the winners finals, absolutely insane. But again, Phenom still has a very, very good chance going into the losers bracket regardless. Again, he's been looking absolutely sharp. No doubt in my mind, he's going to try to continue to press on. But there's still so many people that could possibly give him the biggest challenge of his life on top of MNRD.
Right, and it's looking a lot like 2023 for this game when we had EVO here, right? We see the Mana Blanca on this stage. We're seeing, obviously, Kakadu on the JP. And historically, I think that that kind of a matchup is good for Mena, right? Because he's so good at, reading the rhythm of the game and how people want to play. But Kakadu looks unhittable. He looks
La
like
banda al
Chrono.
fondo.
Offense doesn't work in this game, so who can say?
Even if you do try to hit him, who's to say he's not going to perfect parry you? His percentage has been mad high thus far. But as you can see it, Kakadu versus MNRD. If you're a Street Fighter fan, you got to be going out of your seat and going nuts for that, just seeing this bracket, right?
Yeah, are we going to get the stare down again between Kakadu and Mena on the stage? Might just happen as we see our loser side of the bracket, which is going to be coming up next, of course. Xiaohai versus Lashar. Mickey versus Angry Bird. Some veterans and some newcomers, some young guns in both of those, so can't wait to see it. It's going to be some excellent stuff. Hopefully everybody's been enjoying all of our matches so far. That's our winner side of the bracket. We're going to take a short break and be back with loser side of Street Fighter 6 Top 8 here at Evolution 2025 in just a little bit.
This is the best Chipotle order.
I would like a bowl.
Triple wrap.
Mild, medium, hot.
Then dip it in here.
Sour cream inside the vinaigrette.
2 tortillas. If you know, you know.
Lettuce, cheese, guac.
Yes.
Oh, that is good.
PlayStation.
Those who have lost their lives will never return. Nothing can bring them back. So where we going, old man?
A hotbed for demons, the entertainment district.
We've killed off anyone who's ever crossed us, anyone who's ever slighted us.
We're going to slash through your gullets, just like we did to all who came before you.
Sunglasses in the day, blue light glasses for the gaming at night. Zenny's got affordable eyewear for everyone. Vibe and style while protecting your eyes. EVO sunglasses, available now.
Right back into it, the top 8 of Street Fighter 6 here at EVO 2025, Las Vegas, Nevada. Make some noise!
We're excited to see all your lovely faces, of course, and we have another banger matchup coming up right now. 2 SNK legends, actually, 2 players who
Vecino, usted tenía razón, debí comprar el Tokyo Mirage cuando pude, ya no hay, le dije.
Imagine he's fighting
Le
Fatal
dije,
Fury
señor
top 8.
Hakure.
That's right. He gets 9th place at EVO. Tough, right? If you're Xiaohai,
Hay uno en Amazon, pero está carito como
over to the Street Fighter stage and back to
1400,
back
1300.
qualifying for EVO top 8. And here he is. Like, he had to play him back to back. And even they were like, you want a little break in between? And Xiaohai was like, Let me at him, dude. I need to get into a top 8 this weekend.
Yeah, we did happen to catch him on stream.
Se
I do
puso
believe
caro.
during day number 2, if I'm not mistaken. Had to face off against Tori Meshi. I'm not going to spoil exactly the entire path that he's had. It was a little bit of a rough shot. There was just one moment where he had missed time, one of his supers, to actually catch Tori Meshi on the way down. We could have seen an entirely different timeline if Shao Hai had landed that. So you know that's definitely going to be fueling him. He's very emotionally fueled. He doesn't necessarily show it. He definitely shows it off on the next weary opponent.
Me acuerdo. Creo que sí, ha de ser la versión europea.
Back-to-back champions in the CPT via Combo Breaker and CEO. And as you had mentioned, he took a little bit of a break, but here he is right now again in tip-top shape. However, I guess that's kind of like loaded to say tip-top shape because he's currently in the loser side against Shao Hai. And I thought it was mad ironic that Shao Hai still has to face more Fatal Fury characters, potentially.
He's going to pull up with my or Terry, and he's like, don't remind me, bro. I don't want to see this. They're just like, they're standing outside his window with the stereo, just waiting for him. But we're going to take a look at their path to victory. How do they made it here? Presented by White Claw Zero Proof, of course. And we see Shao Hai going to loser side to Tori Meshi. Afterwards, he goes and fights for his life in Fatal Fury. Comes back and beats Shudo, Duel Kevin, and Itabashi Zhang.
Sí es la versión europea. Pero pues es la única que hay. O más bien la que queda. Yo estaba confiado porque en Amazon Japón a cada rato se acababa y volvían a surtir. Y huevos, sí, sí, así pasa.
Run for his money. Just taking a look at it right now. He had Young Goki, Cali representative, I like that, but also Aqua, VX Bow, down to Phenom, and then had to face DCQ Pugera.
Ya de últimas, usado. Ya, se la quita alguien ahí en Facebook Marketplace.
Barely going down to Lashar in a banger of a match. If you didn't see one, that one definitely.
Se arriesga a pedirlo por ahí, pero lo único que.
If not the best Street Fighter 6 players, but it's weird to say given that he won CEO and CE, but he
la única manera de conseguirlo más barato.
At tournaments, which is weird because you're like, didn't he just win 2 big majors? But things like Capcom Cup and EVO and stuff, I sort of expect him to get the big ones, and he's just not quite there. I think his perfect playstyle is very hard to do at a high level for so long. So I always love to see success from him. He's such a fun player to watch, and I'm curious which of his 3 characters he's going to lock in against Shao Hai, and
de
Shao Hai
pérdida,
characters that he could lock in.
I'm very scared to see.
O ya de últimas más bien pedírsela a los chinos. Usted decide. En su tiempo estaba regalado, güey. Andaba como en 600 varos. Nadie lo quería, güey.
Shao Hai and his current record, he's been mad consistent with the Bison all throughout the weekend thus far. It's at least what I've seen.
Yeah, and I've seen him play some Mai as well. It's another character that I saw him lock in. And his whip punishment, particularly in the Itabashi set, was next level. You see the crowd out there. What's up, everybody here at EVO? Hopefully you've been enjoying your time so far in this crowd. We have Street Fighter action, narrowing it down all the way from 4,000 plus players to our top 8.
That's crazy. Ed was on the screen. You see Terry in the back. He's just like, nah, man. He was just shaking his head. He's like, what are you doing, man?
He's like, I don't need that. I got to get out of here, of course. It's going to be a good one. A banger of a match. Curious about what characters they both lock in. And I have no spoiler. I don't know who they're playing on the stage yet. We'll have to see when we swap over to it. But it should be a good one.
Sí,
Thanks to all of you for sticking with us here on this.
También fíjese que andaba cazando el de Demon X Machina y no, ya se puso carísimo.
You guys feeling good?
Güey, yo lo vi como en 700 en Amazon Japón hace como 2 años y se me hizo fácil esperarme. No. Y fíjese que ahorita no, con lo que pasó ya vio que aumentaron los impuestos a la verga, güey. O sea, pagaría el doble del precio del juego. No mames.
Every year for some EVO action. He's got the Quan box.
The Quan box?
The Quan box, yeah.
Jesus.
Quamba was making the Quan box. Oh, this is a gamer box, it looks like, instead. But everybody's been using this lately. The theory is people...
Sí, ves y sus cajas.
You see the mashing, you know they're going to wake up super or DP or whatever it's going to be, right? So people try to hide their inputs so that when you're playing side by side like this, people don't know what you're up to.
Damn, he's got maximum coverage. Look at the flaps on that bad boy, dude. He's covering the elbows, too.
You can't even see his elbows. You don't even know what's going on under the hood. That's the idea.
Cubre hasta las recargaderas. El brazo de la silla, güey.
That's what I'm saying. Of course. What up, everybody in the crowd out there? Hopefully you're feeling well. We're gonna see between these two who is the
Exageró.
king of fighters. Yo, Snapple?
Mira un slime.
Bio Billy Bones? That's my guy right there. We are going to get locked in
Este
very
algo.
soon. Xiaohai versus the Shard. This is
¿Qué hace la bandera de México ahí, güey?
round one of losers bracket.
Yo, I reckon
Baja eso, naco.
He heard you.
Gonna be a sick match between these two. Excited to see it. Xiaohai and Shard, really, really strong players. SNK background, obviously, very good at this game as well. And it looks like the buttons are getting checked. They're locked and loaded. Xiaohai unrolled, and the Autobots, they rolled out, so he's got his box ready to go. Yeah. Bro, how good of a henchman name is Starscream?
I don't know. That sounds pretty beefy.
You know what I'm saying?
That sounds pretty OD. I'm not going to lie to you. Looking at the screen, we do see Mai locked in, at least on the player one side.
Sí, vamos a ver a
Xiaohai's
Mai.
choice. Ed possibly being the choice for the side of the Shard. Or we're going to get the Mai mirror. The fans seem pretty happy about it, no pun intended.
You see Xiaohai lean in like you're going to play that against me? He's like, you're going to dare pick a King of Fighters.
Oh,
against
dos
me?
Mai. Ya ganamos,
Me.
banda.
Mai versus Mai, our match here. A very strong character and a very common character. Very different styles, though. Lashar, whiff punish, hit
Este
confirms,
ya se
reaction,
convirtió en
defense.
la mejor
Xiaohai
pelea.
is a much more active player, right? He's going to pull up and use his reactions and just general fighting game comfort ability to beat you up.
Y aparte, stage pseudo mexicano.
The pressure's going to be a little bit too much thus far. Xiaohai still in control. The Fierce trying to check the movement
Lo
from
pago.
just in case. Ooh, opening down below. Another Killer Beast thing. Get off me, Ryuenji.
Getting some space. The perfect pair, Riembu after trying to beat it.
Dice la orgullosa, dice allá arriba, güey.
At level 1, we do get an install and a little bit more pressure to escape and create some space for the Shard.
Backing up. Red versus blue here. Xiaohai giving a little bit of space now that he has this life lead here.
Oh, la madre, güey.
And he's almost out of the enhanced fans.
Entró por abajo, güey.
Tried to check the
Wow.
a little bit too late. Damn! What a time to bust out that OD uppercut. That was actually round changing if the Shard blocked.
Back to back two. And that sends a message early if you're just down to send it on the first two interactions. Again, offense from Xiaohai. He's more likely to act first.
Se va a pedir algo en AliExpress antes de los impuestos. No creo. Ando endeudado. ¿De quién es el escenario? Ay, no me acuerdo cómo se llama la morra, güey. Pero es pseudo, digamos pseudo mexicana, güey. Más bien es como el, ¿cómo se llama este güey? El T-Hawk, que no es mexicano, es como más medio. No me acuerdo cómo se llama la morra.
Oh, what a delay! And still gets the throw. Just enough, Lashar. Still keeping the pressure on with some of the throws.
Sí, pero no creo, le digo, porque ando, ando endeudado. Entonces no se puede.
Checking the lows a little bit, knocking on the door. That's a perfect whiff punish within that range. To be fair,
Todavía sigo pagando esta madre.
This is going to be huge damage. Level 2 at the end of this should be enough. Look at that, the 2-tap from
La
Xiaohai.
verga, perfect.
he gave him a fair warning. He looked right at him right before the game started.
It's like, are you sure you want to lock this in, buddy boy? Where I come from, no one beats me in this. Back to character select. Lashar having a think. Buttons correct. Ed?
Oh!
The old
Y ya va a cambiar.
He might have to, specifically for this matchup. With how passive he's been playing, I think the flickers actually might be able to check Xiaohai at certain ranges, kind of keep him at bay, at least slow down the pace to prevent him from getting cornered so easily.
Yeah, that's one thing about this matchup is that Ed's fireballs, his projectiles and flickers mean that you can't throw fans for free, but he just pulls up and catches them low. Normally, Lashar is the king of getting a lot from a little, but so far, he hasn't really been able to make that a factor. Xiaohai just kind of being aggressive and picking him apart.
But I think Ed does a pretty good job of that, at least trying to tone down the pace, at least from the mid-screen. But under pressure, a little bit difficult, right? His defense options just slightly lackluster, only being able to do ODDP, but it's not active until like double digits, right? So it's not going to be a real, instant escape option.
Yeah, Xiaohai, he's doing a lot, and Lashar is not having a good time slowing him down so far.
A la madre, lo regresó, güey.
But Xiaohai just pulls up, too ready, too prepared, too offensive. Lashar
No
not
puede
being able to
entrarle.
match this pace and slow the game down.
Right, and I love the pace that Xiaohai is setting, absolutely, right? This is the first time we've actually seen, okay, Lashar locked down a little bit, but up until this point, we do find success with the flicker for the first time. Check the chin.
Pressure looking in, and that semi-medium punch not plus, so Lashar just blocks after, which means Xiaohai takes his turn to get out of the corner.
Beautiful.
DP Ender, he did not go for the EX Blitz into a level 2 combo or anything. Didn't need to spend it, he felt like it. Now instead, we got to deal with fan pressure in the corner. He's given plus on block, cancels into projectiles, and he jabs out. He does not bite. Oh, expensive. That was very expensive from Lashar. Shin Dream.
We get the single bounce. We're going corner to corner.
A la madre.
Look at the damage on that.
Trade on that, and he gets the counter hit pickup stand like crouching leg kick. Medium DP is Lashar. He may have been gone for a bit, but he didn't forget how to dream.
That's bars, man. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
That's what he does. Level 3 early.
A la verga.
Bad one for
Ni lo pensó dos veces.
Have access to a lot of drive gauge here, so he's gonna have to make a tough decision about how to get out of this spot.
Goes to burn out immediately with the Fierce. A little delay on that, actually, on the held down button.
Pinche maíz está
He has so
castrosita.
much bar. Look at that. Lashar now all kinds of offense. He's got drive gauge to work with. Xiaohai not a lot.
Uy, no mames. Falló.
That could have been punish counter. It would have been way worse. Instead, now Lashar
Pudo haber entrado, le quedó
He's
lejos.
got meter to work with. Drive gauge advantage. The life bar is gonna be tough. He escapes. Kill rushes away.
1-2, drive rush on in there. A little bit of an earlier Fierce than intended, or at least than expected, I should say.
He's going to keep holding these flickers because he has level 3 to cancel into, so he's waiting for Xiaohai to go for a drive impact.
Just about the range where he can't really throw these fans. It's so difficult. Lashar, you know he's on the prowl. OD version.
Oh, su madre.
Oh, the
Si no
delay
se
from
movía.
Lashar, you saw him block real quick right before him. Flickers and flickers, the DP's ready.
Oh, la verga.
One guess away. Drive rushes in. He can make this happen. Lashar's more than capable.
Uy, no mames.
And Xiaohai blocks it out
Pensé que le iba a aplicar de nuevo el agarre.
So long on that, he doesn't bite. And this is what I mean. The instant rematch from Lashar doesn't even take a second to think.
It's like PTSD from
2-0.
Yeah, the ending walker.
Yeah, dude. The very last second trying to catch a button with the OD uppercut from Lashar. High risk. Very, very high risk.
And it could have been the round. Instead, Xiaohai now all kinds of advantage. And you could just feel that this entire set, he has too much kind of presence on the screen. You can tell Lashar just not matching the way he's controlling space.
Chepar que la pica.
Lashar mistiming his own jump in anticipation for the fan. Xiaohai just holding it just a little bit longer. Forward throw.
Nothing there from Lashar on defense, just blocking.
No mames, está cabrón la defensa de Xiao.
Even in the corner at that range.
Okay, chance now. Lashar on all kinds of offense. He's got drive gauge and meter to work with.
Oh my!
Oh, entró, güey, directo ese golpe.
Let the ball rock. Give me that. Kill rush forward, delayed upper. Still had another chance to do an uppercut, but either way, luckily enough for Lashar, that's one round on the board. He's trying to stay alive. DI, not in time.
Oh, and Xiaohai, no rebuttal. That's going to be big. Can go for another drive rush for the extension. DP at the end. Good starter from Lashar. Here's he baits the throw.
Damn, look at the damage.
La madre,
This is a safe jump ender.
la castigó, cabrón.
Takes the tick throw. Lashar, signs of life here. First time in this
Mira, ahora
set,
sí
Xiaohai's been
que
in
quiso
trouble.
aplicar el doble agarre de nuevo.
Dash on up, delayed back throw now. Xiaohai sends out a fan, sends out a message. Lashar not ready to respond just yet. Another throw. A lot of mixed signals coming in from Xiaohai. And the overhead's delayed ever so slightly in case a wake up button came out.
Ah, más se regaló, güey. No.
That's kind of dangerous right now for Lashar where he's at. The big opener off the counter hit. He stays alive. 2-1.
Huge win there. Lashar fighting back. And you know, something about him normally is I feel
Ya metió las manos, ya metió las manos.
it kind of just looks like, well, you know, Lashar
Aunque
might not
creo, señor Hargure, que si usted pide al AliExpress por la paquetería que tienen ellos, no le van a aumentar el impuesto. No creo cómo se llama, Express o algo así se llama su.
Yeah, and I like the DI attempt. He went for a harder combo there, missed the charge flicker. What happens when you play 3 characters and you're, juggling all 3 of them? It's difficult to get every hit confirm, every situational combo correct.
Surely.
Big jump.
And the corner carry as well.
Por arriba, con patada.
Covering that jump, at least with a jab, it's totally fine. At least for Lashar, I should say. Now he gets control. He gets that forward throw, and wow. Xiaohai just immediately responding with an OD uppercut, not feeling the pressure from Lashar.
Wow. Anti-air crushing medium kick too. And Lashar, he can get single hit confirm into OD blitz in a level 2 here, which is big, and he's seen what's the confirm here? Oh, he
¡No!
Level 2 for the kill.
Verga, güey, botó el...
Heartbreaker from Lashar, and now set point.
Falló el golpe, güey.
This might be a little
Qué
bit of a problem.
errorzazo.
All that meter gone too. That was the winner from Lashar, but again, his head's not as sharp. He hasn't been playing this character as much.
Just a couple of the lights. Ryu Wenbu can get a punish counter, bring her back down to earth for the side switch, the big exchange. No.
Doesn't get a trade combo there either. Has the corner, no whip punish.
Ay, miren, el agarre.
There's the EX fan, backs it up. Passive play. Charge flicker doesn't reach the hurt box of Mai there though.
Trying to figure it out. Xiaohai now trying to get antsy with that jump. Lashar still ready with the anti-air.
Oh, la conectó. ¡Wow!
What a combo there. The situational awareness from Lashar. Jump back jab for the anti-air just in case there's a dive kick.
We're seeing a lot more of the spark fireballs coming in from Lashar, right? To suppress Xiaohai from even trying to go for the fans more often in that range. Damn! Superman!
Ah, mames.
Force burnout here as well. Instead takes the throw.
Y no fue un gran castigo, güey. Oh, oh. ¡Oh! Ese paso hacia atrás, güey. Ah.
Was that an attempt at a spark for a meaty spark?
Quiero 2 controles. Uno voy a comprar en estos días y el otro sale el 15 o 16. Bien salado a la vez. ¿Cuál va a comprar, señor Jaguar? No mames, estuvo a punto. No mames. Estuvo cardíaco. Ay, güey.
Putting himself into the corner of Xiaohai with that jump. Lashar, how do you keep Xiaohai contained? You got buffed fans too to worry about.
Bro, he double perfect parried that too. Oh, and the hit.
Oh, mames, ese golpe, güey. Empieza castigo. Boom. Boom. Oh, me le entró por abajo, güey. Ni supo. 2-2. Rescató la partida, güey. Cabrón.
You guys are doing a phenomenal job. Huge improvement from last year. You guys are doing great. I like that.
We all seen it so many times now. We're used to this Ed combo. We're like, all right, another day in the office.
Quiero el EVO Ultimate 2. Yeah. ¿Cuál es el Ultimate 2? No, no, el que tengo yo creo que es Ultimate. No es el 2. Y el EVO Pro 3. Ya con esos tengo para siempre. Yo fíjate que acabo de pedir el EVO, pero de 64. Está bien bonito, güey. Lo regresó. A perro se recuperó, no mames, Aguantó la presión. Pero sobre todo cazó a Mai para entrarle, güey, que lo que le estaba costando. ¡Wow! ¡No! Tiene el... Claro. ¡No mames! Güey, será un milagro si le saca el pinche... El pinche round aquí, güey. ¡Oh! No mames. Es que sí estaba bien perro, güey. Adiós. Adiós, señor.
genuinely cannot be upset at that to try it. And that
Ese güey, el de
exact
64
moment,
está
Shao Hai was just
hermoso.
too ready.
Pinche Alex y yo andamos que lo queremos. Está en Amazon, señor Hargure. 800 pavitos. El mío llega el 15. Por eso me endeudé. Es que si hace falta en Amazon. Amazon lo compré. En Amazon México. Ahí está. Es que si hace falta para el Switch 1, güey. Por el mapa de controles. Le paso el link si quiere. Ahorita le paso. Un chinga. Ahí se los dejo en el Discord de Tecno.
Incredible stuff, and he's a young player who plays
El
very
Tecno.
footsie-oriented, slow play, which is really surprising, I think, generally, right, for a player of that age. But what a banger set between these two, Lashar and Shao Hai. SNK legends fighting here to see who's the real king of fighters. And it's Shao Hai in the end with an incredibly impressive performance, 3-2 over Lashar.
Ya lo encontré. Sí, pues es que apenas yo lo andaba cazando desde que
activity on offense was just too much to handle in the mirror match, but I guess the objective right now, or at least the objective at that point,
desde que lo anunciaron.
Up until way later, so when you think about it, it's like, what would have happened if Ed was the initial pick?
De todas maneras, ahí se los puse en el Discord del Tecnodromo, güey. En general, ahí. Para quien quiera. Desde que lo anunciaron, lo estuve cazando también. Pensé que ya no lo iban a sacar porque nada más no decían nada. No decían nada. Hasta que hay una noche scrolleando, lo updatearon. Ya lo tenía en la wishlist. Está chido porque es forma de Pro Controller y solo tiene le quitaron el stick y le agregaron los botones del 64. ¿Usted no ha pedido del sitio oficial de EVO? ¿Sí? De AliExpress, de hecho. Justamente es el Pro Controller, pues es el 1, creo. Entonces no se ve el corazoncito, pero ahí está el corazoncito prendido. De la marca EVO. Está chido. Lo chido ese control es que trae el... Justo ese tengo. Ajá, ese es el 1, creo. Yo creo que el 2 tiene diferentes joysticks, ¿no?
Fighting that early in the bracket, but there's something different about Angry Bird at EVO. You know, his results throughout the year, he says that this kind of a format where he just fights all day long.
Lo chido es que tienen para conectar su por Bluetooth y por 2.5 o 4 Hz, no sé cómo. No, del sitio oficial no. No, pero pero el de AliExpress es tienda oficial. Yo ahí sí pedí.
Mapped out or not, he's still going to go into it, right? No macros for him. I'll tell you what, Mickey trying to come back from that onslaught of throws, and this is actually a great start, or a great rebuttal, I should say.
Oh, the
a la verga, güey.
No, the option, like, you're right, actually. That makes a lot more sense. I was about to say, like, there's no way.
¿Y cómo es mejor Bluetooth o 2.4? 2.4. Es mejor. No es mucho la diferencia de latencia, pero es
That's one
mejor.
thing I really like about him. He doesn't take time. He's like, I know the correct thing as we see hooligan action.
You get a couple of jabs on the way out as well. Angry Bird delaying the throw after the drive rush. Charged fireball to get himself.
No mames.
Well, Mickey, not looking too bad though. I mean, he's kept his drive gauge pretty stable. A couple of parries on the way in. Yeah, I like that. Uppercut to track the demon.
Mames, güey. Y se la aplicó, güey.
He didn't put the level 3, which is what he was looking for.
Uf, agarre.
With the raging
La
demon.
verga.
And Mickey just throws him out of it.
It was actually kind of wild because off of the initial spiral arrow, he was just 1 pixel away from getting that level 3.
El pedo es que la tienda oficial de Viendo en AliExpress da más caro que otros vendedores. No mames, no, güey. Está más o menos el precio. Por ejemplo, están como en 400 varos sus controles más baratos. Y que el mismo precio en Amazon, güey. En Amazon México también he visto a ese precio más o menos 500, 600 los que son sus controles más baratos. Por ejemplo, es el Pro. Yo señalo y ni siquiera veo. El Pro, por ejemplo, en Amazon México le sale como en 1200, 1300. Y esa madre en la tienda estaba como en 900. Ahí me costó más barato porque usé cupones. Me refiero a otros vendedores dentro del AliExpress. Sí, sí. Y el pedo es que de los otros vendedores es que pues quién sabe si son piñas o fraudes, güey, de que no le va a llegar nada. Ese es el pedo más grande.
9,000 life is the deal breaker here, I believe, for Angry Bird. And yet he had that hit confirm, punish, counter, crushing, medium punch, stand, heavy punch. Didn't quite reach, and so Mickey getting the round.
Tiene oportunidad de irse 2-0.
Rebuttal. Mickey recognized that Angry Bird's been taking some walking, some space, and yeah, he's
La
getting
madre
active,
se contra con el
preemptively
golpe.
swinging into these spaces where Angry Bird's been sticking out some slower options. The dive kick beats it.
That was such an awkward angle. That was the roundhouse uppercut.
Por arriba.
That angle?
Parried it. Didn't get a perfect parry or anything, but still, good result there from Mickey. He jumps
Agarre.
into anti-air. He catches the jump. He's got level 1 available at the end of this. Doesn't even need
Adiós,
it, but he spends it
padrino.
anyway. Quick like
2-0.
2-0 for the young man here in top 8.
Can you repeat that stat real quick? 2-0, you say? That is...
2-0. La cara de ese güey.
He looks so locked in, unfazed on this stage. Angry Bird shoots him a glance to see what he's up to, and there's no bite. Mickey just
Cara de no sabe qué está pasando.
for someone who's not played on this stage before.
It's just another day, man.
A ver si no le pasa a Mickey lo que le pasó a la mayoría de asiáticos que he visto en este torneo. Se descontrolan y botan el pinche cerdo.
He's even allowed to act. Mickey's been keeping it real tight, crouching heavy punch to keep him
No
grounded.
mames, ese, ¿cómo le entra con ese golpe, güey? Oh, ma. Está cabrón el Mickey, güey.
Look at that, just set point already over the EVO champion for the first year of this game.
Oh, mames, que le parrió bien chido, güey.
Low on 5 gauge, feels like he's low on options here. Although that tech builds him a lot in the air to air.
A la verga, güey. ¿A dónde vas? Le dijo. Doble agarre. Sí, ya sería mucho que le diera 3 agarres, güey. Bro. La madre. Bro, le hizo perfecto.
3-0, our Evolution 2023 Street Fighter 6 champion, and it's another day in the office for someone not even old enough to work in one.
This guy is
Sus cajitas, güey.
I will tell you what, that was such a smooth round. Everything went in Mickey's favor, especially towards that end, knowing full well he didn't need to dump out the meter. He knew it wouldn't have killed. Just played it nice and cool, waited for that punish counter. But I gotta say, man, still Big fan of Angry Bird. I know you guys are as well. Let's give it up one more time for Angry Bird.
Evolution 2023 EVO champion. Incredible competitor, 3 straight years he's been in this top 8. That consistency is very impressive, and I'm sure we'll see him more and more with all the great tournaments coming up this year as well. As Mickey's marching on with that Quam box, folded it all up, he's ready to go up there on that stage. Incredibly impressive run from him so far, and that sets up our top 6 here at EVO now. So we have our loser side of the bracket and our winners finals squared away.
Yeah, I'm really, really excited to see it, man. It's such a heartbreaker to see some of our favorites as we've been watching them year after year after year ago, but that's just the nature of competition. Now it gives birth to even newer players, players you've never been familiar with as they progress. Honestly, Mickey, I'm a fan, man.
Yeah, I'm a big fan, of course. Excellent performance from him so far. Everything I've seen from him is super, super sick so far. We have more Street Fighter action for all of you at home, of course. But there's going to be a burrito meter during the break, which I'm sure you're all very excited about. So the crowd's been getting hype here for Chipotle. If you spam emotes in the chat, you can win yourself some free food, okay? So make sure you spam those emotes in the chat. Pick your favorite one that you have from your favorite streamer and let us all know that it's going to pop up on the screen. Take a short break.
Intenté poner cupones en el AliExpress, pero no me dejó. Que porque no se pueden usar junto con una oferta culos. Sí. Sí, no se pueden. Algunos no, otros sí. Otros sí, otros pueden aplicar un cupón más el descuento de las monedas más el descuento de, no sé, de la temporada. A veces no.
I won PlayStation's Road to EVO and went head-to-head with Arslan Ash.
I won PlayStation Road to EVO and battled against Sonic Fox.
I have never seen that in my life.
To compete on PS5, choose your game, find PlayStation tournaments.
Y sí depende, no sé si depende de del vendedor o no sé. Porque por ejemplo cuando compré el mío estaba la copa, estaban los olímpicos y la copa América o oro, no me acuerdo, y están regalando cupones, y yo saqué uno de no me acuerdo cuánto, 50, no sé si 50% de descuento, así un cupón. Y el control valía 900, algo así. Y estaba una promoción, un evento justamente de los olímpicos y de la copa. Y precios mayores de 800 tenían descuento. Entonces, usé mi cupón con ese, combinado con ese descuento, y el control me salió como en 300 varos, regalado, güey. Más el descuento de las monedas, güey. No mames. Con vaso de descuento. Pero ya no han sacado otra vez ese tipo de dinámicas. ¿Cuál control dice? El EVO. El EVO, que le digo que yo sí lo pedí de ahí de AliExpress. Justamente así, combinando cupones y el descuento. Pero le digo, ya no han sacado otra vez ese tipo de dinámicas. Luego, si usted tiene PayPal, luego cheque su correo, porque luego le dan descuentos de 100 varos y los puedo utilizar en AliExpress. ¿Es el Ultimate? Sí, güey. Ese mero. Le digo que saqué un cupón de descuento, no me acuerdo cuánto era el descuento, pero me descontaban como 500 varos, güey. Más aparte el descuento que tenía el de evento, el pinche control me se le comen 300 varos, güey. Y justo de la tienda oficial de EVO. Espalda. Yo todo pendejo lo compré como en 1200 varos en Amazon. No mames. Sí, es que en ese precio está. Y fíjese que en Amazon, por más que he visto en los descuentos en los eventos que tienen, güey, como el del Prime Day y Hot Sale y todo eso, ese control no baja de precio, güey. Está raro, güey. O sea, los demás sí, pero ese no.
Welcome back, everybody, to Evolution 2025 here. We have a clash of titans in our winners finals. Kakadu versus Mena. That's going to be the match we're all waiting for here.
Allá va la semifinal de ganadores.
Everybody getting real hype out there.
I was actually kind of surprised. I was like, oh, damn.
That cameraman, he might not be making it out of this building.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, everybody's been super locked in for this top 8 for very good reason. It's been delivering so much above expectations, to be quite honest with you. But now it's going to be even more banger sets, even in the loser side, obviously. Phenom versus Xiaohai. Fudo versus Mickey.
After what I just saw from Mickey, I don't even want to be within 10 feet of him.
Fudo le tocó
this is still not enough space from here to the main stage. This guy is ice cold.
Yeah, that was a dangerous look on Fudo's face.
Fudo le tocó.
Phenom versus Xiaohai.
Le tocó contra Mickey, güey, a la vez.
Decorated fighting
cabrón
players,
Mickey, güey.
Extremely talented. They bring a lot to the table, which I'm excited to see here. And Fudo versus Mickey, obviously Fudo been on a hot streak, just lost to Kakadu, but I don't think the fire is out from him just yet up against Mickey, who's one of the most determined looking players I've ever seen, and that was a dominant 3-0 performance we just saw. So we're gonna jump into our loser side of the bracket before we get that clash between Kakadu and Mena, 3-time EVO champions amongst them. So that is a lot of decoration between the two of them.
Now, coming up with Phenom and Xiaohai, there's a little bit of a slight overlap in regards to the strategies we were talking about between Xiaohai and Lashar, right? Phenom has been absolutely playing out of his mind, surely, but one of the things that got him to the success into the top 8 is his reactionary stat. It is above average. That is for damn sure. But we saw how Xiaohai dismantled that exact strategy, at least within the Mai and a little bit of the Ed against Lashar. But this is different. Phenom is going with his main character right off the bat and can be just as explosive both on the ground and in the air.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, the natural characters that he plays are a little bit more comfortable with Phenom. He kind of gets jump scared by a Blanca from Mena out of nowhere. This is much more of a traditional character. He's fought Mai a million times. He's going to be more in his wheelhouse. So we'll see if that comfort works out for him here. As he takes a little bit more space, he tried to spin knuckle right through there. Beautiful check on the approach.
Empezó a castigar Kami.
Showing that he's pretty comfortable dealing with what Xiaohai's bringing to the table.
Y le entró ese golpe.
Backing away, getting some space for the fans. Phenom, now he's definitely looking forward, hence Xiaohai's reluctancy to even throw those fans out.
He's doing some fakes too, whipping the stand.
Mucho respeto le tiene.
In behind this, not going to get a combo because he threw the heavy charge fan, which bounces
Para no
one thing. If you throw the light fan,
atacar, y le entró esa patada abajo.
Look at that, both of them jumping back.
Low medium kick again for the punish counter against Xiaohai. Phenom delaying the crouching heavy
punch. Le entró otra vez.
Dash against Xiaohai. No meter spent just yet. Don't regret it in the morning though.
Aplicó. Oh,
casi. Counter hit afterwards. Xiaohai, after throwing that fan, had to be buffering. So
Qué buen movimiento, güey.
Phenom just ready for that counter hit afterwards.
Getting that first round ever so important, sitting on 2 bars down below for Super as well. How do you get around? Actually, when do you even throw the fan at Xiaohai outside of close range?
Le entró con la patada abajo.
Let him answer that question just yet. Back into the east side, already a Metro City. Level 3 on deck for Phenom. There's an explosive start for Xiaohai. Now getting the back throw off of that big opener. But Phenom again, catching some of the lights to open up against Xiaohai out of the corner.
challenges too. So far, the big thing has been Phenom's
Se salió de la esquina.
play, and Xiao Hai's been kind of falling for it as he walks into the fat part of a fan on that heavy punch. Now a big opportunity for Xiao Hai.
Uy,
Super delayed.
se zafó del agarre.
To get the punish counter.
La
The dive
verga.
kick now presented itself as a threat. Phenom waiting so patiently.
Oh,
Xiao
mames,
Hai with even more patience. Now catching the punish counter.
Abrió la
all the way
defensa y le entró
down.
por abajo. Bye.
You got it.
Huge damage on that, or when you're already in install especially. So
El Alex va a hacer stream de Mario Kart. No le quiere entrar. Les caigo a su stream, señor Jorgure. Es que yo no tengo Mario Carrito, sino con gusto. Ahorita que acabe que acabe el de Street Fighter y ya les caigo. Pues ya bueno, ya es el último. Que acabe el Evo y ya les caigo. ¿Cómo no? Ahí, salúdemelo.
To possibly get a big spin knuckle punish, but now Xiao Hai, we do get the install. Level 1 intact, hounding him down little by little, trying to fake out, right? Standing medium punch is exactly.
No mames, como que no tiene. No, no tengo Mario Kart.
Was that a buffer?
A level 1 after 2. This is huge damage on this. One guess for
Tal
the
vez,
round.
tal vez,
Xiao Hai commits
tal
to the
vez
buttons and
le
Phenom
entre
trying to get active,
al
but
de
he's gonna
Sushi
give him
2.
space.
Pero
That's totally fine if you're Xiao Hai. In that
no
exact
sé, no creo.
scenario with
Hay
that much
prioridades.
life going in for something light, I don't think it yields that much risk, right?
Yeah, he feels pretty confident about that. He's down to get a level 1 and EXTP, something like that. He had a decent amount of health as well. So I like it. Button in a button. And again, same thing we've seen from Phenom so far. Passive, solid whip punishment on the ground. Nothing overcommittal.
Otra vez le entró con ese ataque.
You gotta respect my space, man.
Dude, Phenom's corner pressure so far, so overwhelming in this round. Xiao Hai having a lot of problems.
Y le llegó por arriba. Perfect.
To get the perfect round. It has been so oppressive in the corner against Xiao Hai thus far. Now
Tiene que meter presión a Xiao Hai.
Dive kick, knocking at the door.
Le entró
with the full conversion, frame kill. He is
Oh,
drilling in terms of the drop.
counter,
Wait a minute.
barrio,
Wait, he's not even done yet.
aplicado.
He got a perfect parry and continuing on. Forward throw. How do you get out of here if you're Xiao Hai?
Dude, he can do no wrong. This game, Phenom is just correct over and over and over. He's one hit away now with level 3. He is a fat jump in. Doesn't get the combo though. Chance for Xiao Hai now in this round. He's got to wait because his drive gauge is so low. And that is the nail in the coffin in this game. Unfortunate for Xiao Hai. Walked into the tip of a crouching medium kick to tie this setup.
Bam. Super lethal in the animation, man. That's kind of rough. It's just a street fight, dude.
Yeah, why does she need to do all that?
Unnecessary roughness, I'll tell you what. But again, you talked about Xiao Hai finally getting that big opener to kind of bring that space away from the corner and also pushing back Phenom in that fashion. There was not a lot he could really pursue, right? He didn't want to drive rush forward, obviously, because he only had 1 bar drive gauge left. He just had to play passive.
Yeah.
And that's tough to do, and Phenom just turns on the aggression.
Yeah, and that's Phenom's goal. He wants to play second here. He wants to let Xiao Hai whiff and then get the whip punish. And so Xiao Hai needs to operate around that, right? Find some fans, find some other options to represent instead. Make Phenom, swing first or get active so that he can get the advantage. 20 fans here trying to force Phenom.
No le quiere entrar.
And there's the jump, right? So that's the thing. Phenom didn't
Uy,
need to jump before.
se lo agarra.
The fans weren't a threat. Once the fans become an option, you
Aterrizando.
jump it now. It's time for Xiao Hai.
No falló el agarre.
He did the killer bee against the bee sting. Now into the corner. Xiao Hai backing away just a little bit. The roundhouse shot again. Not really finding a lot of success with that button in particular.
Se salió de la esquina.
Backing him up. Xiao Hai anti-air, not a lot of damage on it. And that's an unfortunate punish counter to eat there as we have the corner.
Otro agarre.
A couple of guesses away
Ah,
from
mames, quiso aplicar el otro.
Didn't get to lead to a lot.
Cool.
Open and that fierce. Dude, Phenom has been hovering around
Entró
the
por abajo.
heavy button ranges so well.
Otra vez le entró por abajo.
Allowing himself to get the really significant punish counter, locking down round 1 of game 3.
Yeah, he's having a lot of problems in this kind of mid-range here where with no space to work with, Xiao Hai can't really threaten fireballs, so he's almost getting whip punish over and over and over. And then it becomes, do I walk in further, which is what he just did, right? Do I walk in further and try to hit my buttons into Phenom, in which case will Phenom stick out buttons to interrupt?
Alcanzó a agarrar.
Kicks has another option to beat it as well.
Just at the tail end of that low medium kick. Xiao Hai now at the back end of the corner. There we go! The one successful anti-air against a dive kick, it's so tricky to even try to challenge that. Xiaohai finding it.
Yeah, you can feel the rhythm in this match, Xiaohai. Poking. Now he's going to wait outside this range. Threaten fan. Phenom wants to spin knuckle through or dive kick over the
Qué
fan.
tenso, nadie quiere entrar.
This is the kind of space they're going to
Quiere
be hanging
intentar
out at,
entrar.
right? Phenom, you talked about
Hasta
it
que
earlier, having that reactionary stance. He was on the prowl. Doesn't get the opener.
acabó
Again,
ahí
standing medium to
Xiaohai.
check. Immediately backing away with a roundhouse. Xiaohai is just in a tough spot within the corner.
Yeah, even though he has the life lead, you can tell that Phenom has too much control.
No mames.
That's a big hit, though. Oh, he missed the tackle. Still gets the throw afterwards, though. But now CA for Phenom, which means this could be a 2-tap or even a 1-tap. The right starter.
Oh, man.
Oh, he commits. Level 3 won't kill, so he's not going to dump.
Ni supo por dónde le entró ese
So wait here,
golpe.
though. What is Xiaohai going to do? He commits.
Oh.
That's going to be the game just like that. Phenom up
Se fue
2-1.
con la finta.
Perfectly understandable. I know 80% of the people in the stands were like, yeah, I would have done the same thing. 100%, that was me.
An option you got to think about, man. And you can just tell that Xiaohai is struggling to solve the kind of patient, defensive, neutral style from Phenom.
That's what's so difficult. He's just hovering around all the ranges that you think you press buttons at and getting punish countered after that.
La
It's just
presión.
so intimidating. He doesn't even want to button,
Vale,
right? Like,
sí.
Phenom's got so much discipline to even just stay at that range forever.
Yeah, and Xiaohai's trying to play the game now. He's trying to get active. He's like, I'm going to drive rush. I'm going to go in for some. I'm going to take risks. Yeah, I think he's realized that playing this slow and steady game is not favoring him, and then Phenom, perfect rebuttal with the jump out.
Not too big of a combo afterwards, though.
Yeah, and look at how active Xiaohai is. He is hitting heavy kicks and throwing fireballs and drive rushing, and he's doing a lot of stuff there. And because of that, that opens up the dive kicks and the jumps for Phenom.
We're starting to see the cycle, right? Xiaohai, as soon as he gets focused on the ground, Phenom could potentially open up with another dive kick. Maybe a hooligan could be introduced, who knows? But now, still within a spin knuckle range against the fan. But Xiaohai's not afraid of that. He's still got plenty of life to go with.
You're seeing that Xiaohai, he's whiffed a couple of times if Phenom didn't whiff punish because he's worried about other stuff. He's worried about, you know, kind of drive rushing, jumping, fans, all these other options. So he's getting himself some space, and the reaction is good. I mean, Phenom's one away now. Ooh, so is Xiaohai, the jump, no anti-air. No anti-air, and the DI stun.
No,
Perfect
mames.
calculating that drive gauge. Phenom,
rompió
set
la-
point.
That has to be the perfect example of what the mental stack looks like after a big set like this, right? With everything being introduced, or actually everything being cycled over and over
Lo
again between the
aguantó hasta
ground,
lo
between the air, not expecting that DI at the end. Nobody blames Xiaohai for that.
Yeah, the button burning you out and then the drive impact after, so difficult to deal with. Check on that. Is there a wake up? There is, and Xiaohai still down to get active with it. Phenom not respecting it yet. In this round, anyway.
No anti-air at
again.
all.
That man's been anti-airing short hops his whole life, and just a regular cami jump goes unchecked.
It's just so difficult. At the blink of an eye, it could be a dive kick, right? Forward throw now. Phenom applying more of that pressure. Match point is on the line. He just needs a single opener outside of this throw, especially. He has some gauge for a single hit confirmed cancel to call it lights out. There's the uppercut from Xiaohai, and there's the throw even further.
You gotta be careful. Phenom level 3 available as well, which means that bullet is loaded. He has level 3 reactions to these fans or any kind of whip punish. Xiaohai playing a dangerous game, and the hooligan, he ducks it. He knew hooligan throw was coming. The overhead nicely blocked. Oh my god, DI is a threat. This offensive pressure is a threat. That the dive kick spacing, and he's not ready. Xiaohai staying alive.
Oh, no,
Whew. I panicked when I saw that drive impact. I mashed on the table. Physically.
Never ready. That's the hard part there, being
Uy,
so
uy,
sharp
qué tenso.
the whole time. A lot of things to ask. And he just, the classic, block the jump in, DP afterwards. Big opener here from Xiaohai. Low on drive gauge, though.
Qué cruz azuleada le está haciendo el
100% take that.
Venom.
That's a big deal, though. It means no level 1s for fans, which is a pretty big factor.
La pinche castigo que le dio, güey.
He's gonna have drive gauge advantage. Uh-oh, Xiaohai low on drive gauge.
You saw him try to continue the pressure with the OD fans because of the
Oh.
pressure from the, at least without a level 1. OD uppercut.
Ah, no se la prende ese güey. No mames, qué cagado.
What Xiaohai was looking for. He knew as soon as he burnt out, I gotta go right now and scramble, otherwise a checkmate can occur. I love the awareness to get a little wild because he knows that if the game slows down, he can't win it.
He jumped over Phenom, jumped again. The jump reset happened off of the normal. Phenom thought he had the confirm. He thought he had the DI. Luckily enough, we get our final game between Xiaohai and Phenom, going right back into a Cammy versus Mike. This is it, ladies and gentlemen, for these two.
We're gonna have to see how this one shakes out. Adjustments back and forth. Xiaohai, you know, he's played a fast game once or twice in his life. He
¿Cuánto no se va a llevar el primer lugar? Ahora no me acuerdo, güey. Creo que es uno. Un melón, creo. No, no me acuerdo.
It's just so difficult. How much more aggressive can you be without Phenom, like, moving around so much, right? You might be susceptible to a whiff punish.
Pero ahorita como está el dólar, creo que ese melón no vale nada, señor Arbure. Vale más que nada, mi pequeño amigo.
Phenom just looking mad dry when it comes to the drive gauge. Having to parry these fans, trying to be as perfect as possible. There's a big counter hit off of the stand jab.
Wow, what a confirm on that active frame crouching heavy punch.
Ay, y ahora sí va hacia adelante, cabrón. Capó del agarre. Ah, madre, drogo ese golpe, güey. Le acomodó las rodillas.
There's definitely not official chiropractic practice, I'll tell you what. I don't know where she learned that from. Interpol?
Yeah, maybe not. Don't take down bad guys like that. A little early. When Shanghai, no wake up. You see Phenom respecting it. It's been a lot of EXDP so far from Shanghai.
Mixing it up between the
Ahora sí marca la distancia Shanghai.
Oh no, that's a big drive punish. A lot of drive gauge gone from Shanghai.
Abrió la defensa ahí.
Now he's in the corner. He's throwing fans so much.
No mames, le entró por arriba.
Last guess here for Shanghai.
Ah.
One more.
Golpe más. Bro, no mames. Se lo comió. Don Fons, ¿qué hace ahí?
Top four of the bracket just like that. Impressive adjustments from him. And I gotta say, the way he dealt with that was so difficult. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, can we make some noise for Shanghai, our 5th place finisher here at Street Fighter 6 for Evolution. Multi-time EVO champion, legend, and one of the greatest fighting game players of all time here in this Street Fighter 6 top 8 with an incredible performance and finishing 5th after a pretty tense nail-biter there.
And you were talking about legends, right? We still have legends in the making with our upcoming match, like Fudo.
No seas mamá.
We talked about Fudo a handful of times not too long ago.
Sí, se parecía a Don Fons. Sí, es. Sí. Estaba igualito, nada más que con barba. Y Don Fons creo que ahorita no trae barba, ya no me acuerdo. Y justo ayer lo vi, fíjate.
He's up against Fudo, who had that kind of match with Kakeru where he's trying to overwhelm him, trying to make something happen. He's dealing with a similar playstyle, a passive player. He's going to be the attacker in a lot of the instances.
Eso sí, Don Fons estás hiper mega mamadísimo. Fácil, Don Fons puede pasar como personaje de Street Fighter. Por lo mamado.
A chance in loser semis against Phenom.
Genuine question for you. Looking at the current character roster from Mickey, I did get to talk about Angry Bird. We harped on this just a little bit. Mai is definitely on the table. We saw the Cammy a little bit ago. Ryu is also in the pocket. Do you think any of the other two characters that we haven't seen just yet might come into play?
I would expect Cammy first because he just looks so.
A la verga, güey. Que Fudo le tocó bailar con la más fea.
But with how good his Cammy looked, I kind of expect that first. And it's the same thing with Fudo.
De Jojo.
I'm not sure whether he feels more
al de
confident
Jojo.
DJ or with Ed in this pick. So it's
Así anda ahorita Don Fons.
That's going to be kind of wild to see, honestly. It really depends on what the first opening gambit is, just based off of the character selection alone.
Hace rato vi
que
subió videitos de su setup.
A lot going on in regards to the current meta. You're seeing a lot of the characters kind of mixing around in terms of results in these last couple of big Capcom Pro Tour events here at EVO 2025. They're getting themselves set up and ready to go. I'm so
dice que intentará regresar a los streams más seguido, dijo Don Fons ayer. ¿Será que reviva la SNESmanía? Lo averiguaremos.
This game has found its mark when you're seeing players who are incredibly young having success, and players like Fudo, right, who've been playing this genre for 20 years plus, right, who's still up here on this EVO stage, still performing, having success, and it's going to be cool to see both of them up here.
Sí, ayer dijo que iba a intentar hacer streams de nuevo más seguido. Eso está chido.
find
Pero
success
otra vez.
in one title, showing that you can play either way from any generation and find, you know, success and wins in a game like this.
Y ahí está en la madrugada, o no sé qué voy a andar haciendo en la madrugada. Eran como las 3 de la mañana, la verdad. Por ahí va. La va a terminar como en 2040. Va a tener como 80 años Don Fons. Y la SNESmanía ni irá a la mitad.
Locked and loaded. Couple of characters available for both of them. I do see Ed versus Cammy. The crowd getting excited. The walkout, of course.
Que otra vez
they
Cam,
skipped it. I'm
obviamente.
sorry, that's my bad. Come on, man. You know what?
Damn, the booze immediately?
I agree.
That's
Boom.
harsh.
So we got our losers quarters here.
Obviamente Fudo va con Ed.
And again, the big thing about Fudo's Ed, he plays this kind of range where he wants to flicker, that range, and then he does drive rush, light punch, right? So he uses drive rush and flicker together to make his neutral game really hard to solve. Wow.
Oh, castigó.
That's so tough to deal with. We'll see if Mickey has a response.
Cayendo.
What a bait.
Oh.
That is a specific bait that Ed can do. If he does drive rush, heavy punch, into charge flicker and back kill rushes, it auto baits DI just like that. So it's a setup you see.
Ojo, le entró por arriba.
Drive rush into the kill here. Level 1 for the Spen. He says loser.
A castigar.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's how he feels?
He's rude.
Pero sí, ahí vamos a estar con Don Fonso, obviamente.
He definitely doesn't pay for public transit in Metro City, I'll tell you what.
En su regreso
I saw the trailer.
de streamer. Pro player.
He wants to go for flickers, he wants to go for drive rushes, try to make you act first, or approach with something else. I love the punish counter hit.
Más streamer, más mamado.
Yeah, definitely an idea for Mickey, right? Throwing out that drive rush throw early to kind of
Ey,
make
no
maybe
mames,
attack,
entró por
right?
abajo.
Fudo not going to be falling for that this early. Maybe it'll come back even later in the games. That's a big
Mames,
jump in
pinche
against the
Fudo, güey,
flicker.
como
Mickey now getting
abres
started.
la defensa así, güey.
Fudo whiffing those jabs and then going for the flicker or not is always the question in Mickey's mind. I'm sure whiffing on that, no anti-air. And the
No mames, otra vez,
seal
güey.
the deal here. Round
Y
a piece,
te
very
castigaron.
between these two.
My man did a micro step forward just in case he
Cabrón.
had that much time as he watched that Fierce get its recovery going. Standing medium punch to seal it all. Damn! What a call out against the drive rush. So close.
Kill rushes in, and the jab hits. Doesn't get a combo off it, but still, very good position here for Fudo. Mickey's getting active on defense. He's trying to jump dive kick out of these throws and stuff. And the hit confirmed, that should be the kill. Easy peasy. Fudo not even drive
verga,
rushing.
güey.
Just ending it nice and early so we can see the speed bag and hear that squeaky
Castigó,
shoe.
cabrón.
It's level 3.
Back-to-back perfects.
Perfect.
You saw the look?
I definitely did.
Fudo shot him the look like, what up, little man? You ready for that? I've been doing this a long time.
Vamos a ver si no si nos la cajetea Fudo.
That is the fastest my swap I've ever seen. I didn't even see character select.
Damn, the crowd is upsetty spaghetti, I'll tell you what.
Skipping it?
They just skipped it like right off the bat. You go, Mickey is trying to get this run going with mine.
When he had the hit, didn't believe in it there. Fudo, I think so far, his style has been tough to deal with for Mickey, and I tend to think that his Ed style is really, really unique. He's the most active, most aggressive Ed that I see most of the time. That's a punish.
Uy, le entró por abajo.
On the execution side, Fudo making a little bit of a mishap.
Va a tener un problema ahí.
Mickey also just standing there with the parry, tried to get a drive rush, didn't get it out.
Oh.
A scary trade. Fudo losing a lot of space there. Drive rush, jab, trade combo. Gets the knockdown
Castigar.
and the pressure.
Ah.
Kill rush forward, does get the throw. Set up with the spark and the fireball. Back to back to back. Mickey, kind of intimidating, right? Not a lot of time to even try to open up. There's the OD fan. Had to do it.
Sí, no mames, güey. Se la tragó, güey.
The time being, Fudo was definitely complacent with Mickey trying to waste some of that
Dice,
meter, right?
y no hacen race cuando pierden. Algunos, pero controlados, así exagerados no he visto yo. Así exagerado como, no sé, desconectar el control y tirarlo al piso o algo así. Sí hacen, algunos sí hacen como, no sé, hacen gestos, agarran la cabeza. Y no mames. No falló el agarre ahí. Mames, pinche Fudo, güey, qué pedo, güey. Mete las manos, cabrón. Hay algunos que sí he visto que son como como que su carácter es pesado, güey, porque a veces he visto que cuando están ahí sentados y van a empezar a jugar, el otro le grita en la cara al otro, güey, por ejemplo, ¿no? Así lo más culero que he visto que cuando pierden es no darle la mano al ganador, porque cuando termina de jugar pues a veces se dan la mano, güey, y he visto que a veces cuando pierde, el que pierde no le regresa el saludo.
No bite from Mickey, playing passive on that. Whoa.
Perfect parry into the roundhouse. Ever slight delay on the ground to medium. Damn! Always ready for the drive rush. Mickey now
No sé por qué pinche Fudo se fue con DJ, güey.
Back low medium punches because he got the counter hit. Nice and easy link off to a phenomenal start here in game 3.
It's looking a lot like that Cockadoo set, right? Fudo fighting a patient opponent, swapping to DJ, not having a lot of the openings go his way so far. And again, Mickey gonna dump the level 1.
Y justo lo que estábamos diciendo, ¿no? A ver si Fudo no la cagada, güey. Y ahorita pinches cagadotas que se aventó. Digo, también es diferente entrarle a Kami que a Mai, güey. La verga, güey. Adiós, güey. A mí no metió ni las manos, güey.
And the rematch, no thoughts from Fudo, no breaks.
Mames, Fudo, güey, estás diciendo que no puedes entrar y rematch.
He was looking mean. I love seeing that counter hit, the crouching heavy punch linked into the jackknife. So much carry, decent amount of damage. You get the uppercut now from the side of Mickey.
Right in there, he's gonna get the juggle into the machine gun upper. Let's see what's gonna be left here.
Pero agarre. ¡Oh! Mames, se fue con la finta, güey. Falló el agarre.
Two heavies going into standing light kick and the Sobot. Just mad damage. Fudo finding his rebuttal, finding his momentum, checking the movement against Mickey and the buttons as well. Back-to-back counter hits against the young man. And speaking of, he's not afraid to still shoot. He's got the stand jab. Cockadoo no Mike does get the install. Walking up, creeping just ever so slightly.
Cortó él.
Oh, no anti there from Fudo. He was pre-committed to a parry, so instead Mickey getting some space. The sway gets interrupted. Love that drive rush light into the heavy confirmed. Safe jump and goes for the empty throw in case there's a parry from Fudo.
Terco el cabrón, sí, güey.
Nice block.
Luego por eso, por tercos, güey. Es que, o sea, yo conozco a Fudo y sé que se le acomoda más el otro personaje, güey.
Most players would have been so susceptible to that exact movement, that exact sequence that Fudo
que DJ.
Not Mickey.
Oh, mames, ese backstep. Otra vez se la aplicó, no mames. Rompió la defensa y si no la caga. 2-2.
And the rhythm looks good as Fudo with the uppercut for the finish. Beautiful stuff.
2-2. Pues su terquedad le salió.
Fudo loved the throw bait first as well. Just really methodical, perfect meter build with the target combo. Everything correct, nice and tidy as he ties the setup and the hands are getting warmed. It's the question of whether we see the Kami pick now from Mickey or not, or if he sticks it out.
Ese güey ya es papá. El Fudo.
Give me the Ryu.
The Ryu?
Just give me the Ryu.
Everybody under 18's got a Ryu, I think.
I think that's true. Yeah, I think that's true.
Está pensando si cambiar o no.
That sounds about right.
Every day it's like a new person.
Ahí va de nuevo. La terquez ganó de nuevo.
I got bad news, guys. Got bad news. They're skipping it.
You tried to save the crowd from hard crit. They were just much faster. That's all.
They're just trying to game
El último round. Bueno, el último set.
Oh, he couldn't get away with the sway. He tried to go in for a late sway, but didn't work out. And that's a huge
Ay,
miss.
qué cagadota, güey.
He'll do it again. Oh, you know, he's done it before. He's taken those big risks back to back just to steal the momentum away.
Le funcionó a Mickey dilatarse, escoger personaje.
Away from Mickey, actually reducing the momentum from Mickey.
He's getting active. Trying to beat a throw, does not find it.
Para medio desconcentrar a Fudo.
Counter hits into the link into a successful match point scenario.
Oh, madre.
Beautiful call out from Mickey. Gonna spend the level 1.
Qué buen castigo.
Now 2. Scary spot. Those charge fans. The counter hit confirm into the DP. Fudo a couple of guesses away now. Oh my god.
Otra cagada más y se regresa a casa.
If you could find that exact
Uy.
moment though, Fudo has kept it pretty tight. All starting things off with that standing media punch from up close, dash up twice. You saw a counter on the screen. Mickey tried to press a button against.
Uy, no mames, creo que había fallado el agarre, güey.
Gets the throw, no DPOS there from Mickey. And the throw tech means he has full drive.
Oh, sí le entró, güey.
I'm pretty sure, and that still works. And he's gonna do the drive rush extension. It's not that he doesn't have the rhythm, it's that he's got the sauce. Fudo tying us up.
Final round.
Final round between these two. EX Fireball to match.
Madre, alcanzó el golpe. Y ahora sí le conectó el ataque.
No whip punish there from Fudo as well. He's committed to the fireball. Both of them low on drive gauge now. And the fireball feint.
Oh, no mames, güey. Se lo parrió.
Huge turnaround. He takes the corner off of it as well.
No mames, cabrón, que se lo parrió. Le va a romper la defensa. Oh. No mames, güey. Agarre. Cualquier cagada de quien sea, güey. No mames. Le entró por abajo, güey. A la mierda, güey. Esto está mejor que el de Tekken. Sí, esto está mejor.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, can everybody here in EVO Las Vegas make some noise for Fudo?
Siento que es más con más equilibrado, por decirlo así, güey. Porque hay más vueltas en la misma partida, güey, que en Tekken.
Mickey coming out from almost nowhere, at least for a lot of the North American fans out there. Get well acquainted. This kid is going to be a legend, if not already.
Mames, güey, qué cagada de Fudo. Le entró por abajo ese golpe, güey. Adiós. Lástima, su hijo se quedó sin pañales este año, güey.
Phenom and Mickey.
Damn, it's going by so quickly.
Y Mickey sigue vivo.
All the matches have been. I can't even think about what's coming up next with that winners finals.
Yeah, it's going to be some good matches so far, of course. When we come back from this break, there's going to be winners finals of Evolution, of course.
Sí van.
That chance to get those emotes in there, to get your burrito meter filled, and we'll catch you gamers right after this break.
New Chipotle Honey Chicken.
Más Chipotle.
Pure honey and seared smoked peppers with fresh chicken hot off the grill. For Chipotle heat.
Ya me apareció el Tecnódromo. Está
takes heat and sweet to a whole new level.
Está en bebé. ¿No hay Smash en Evo? No, se lo quitaron. Después de los problemas que... De los problemas que hubo, güey, en... problemas que hay de abuso. Que, bueno, es a donde me quedé, güey. Como que dijo Nintendo, Nel, carnal, no te voy a dejar hacer torneos de esa madre ahí. Pues ya presta. Y ya los hacen ellos. A chingan ese chisme, no lo sé. Sí. Digo, no puedo decir las palabras, porque se pone nervioso tanto la morada como la roja. Johnny y Twitch. Pero sí, Nintendo se los quitó por eso, güey. Pues es que se metieron con los niños y valió verga, güey. Y aparte que después creo que Sony le metió varo a la EVO, güey, entonces prácticamente le pertenece, güey, a Sony. Le veo más difícil. Ahora Nintendo hace sus propios torneos, pero no hay bolsa como aquí, güey.
Even outside of the game, they know how to put on the show. That's what excites me the most.
Seguramente va a haber torneo de Smash porque creo que acaban de anunciar el regreso de su evento, ¿cómo se llama? Nintendo Live, creo. Seguramente ahí veremos torneo. Pero no creo que vayan. No creo que vayan los cabrones, ¿no? Como MK Leo y eso. Sé que hacen, creo que torneos, pero por otros lados de Smash, pero no en Evo.
Evolution final before when Mena won his very first EVO Japan. It was Blanca versus JP against Kakadu, and now you see them coming up to the stage here. The perfect parry prince himself, Kakadu, strutting to the stage to have his face-off against Mena RD, the two-time Evolution Japan back-to-back champion in our winners finals.
This guy has been farming aura since he's come onto the stage. I'll tell you what, in his previous career with Street Fighter V, he had made a huge
Pero
splash.
sí estuvo tenso.
He's getting ready. He's already in place. Mena RD is not even on the stage yet, and he's already aura farming. Are you kidding me?
Me le está aplicando la psicología, güey.
And he's on the stage, Mena RD.
Le aplicó la del fútbol. Salimos después del... Salimos un minuto después. ¡Ah! Ya tenemos show. Esos chismes son los buenos. Sí, esos son los buenos. Ya pronto van a aparecer, después de esto pronto van a aparecer los pósters de caras de frente como en el box. Sí estuvo bueno ese chisme, señor Hargure. Tu cabrón. Que beso. O sea, se involucraron a un chingo de banda, incluso involucraron a uno de los meros de acá de Evo, güey. No me acuerdo cómo se llama. Olor de chetos contra olor de cigarros. Menar aplicando la del fútbol y vamos a salir después del rival. Está chido, güey, que le metan un poco de show al evento, güey, neta.
My man was doing a little speed bag prep as well.
Lo que necesita.
At least at noon today, I saw him come down ready to play. So I know he's been sharp looking for this.
No me acuerdo si el año pasado o hace 2 años había un túnel iluminado y así como en el box, ¿no? Que se presentaban y salían los jugadores, güey. Pero pues no lo repitieron, lo hubiesen intentado repetir o mejorar. Después vamos a ver cómo van a empezar que van a empezar a traer guaruras y todo.
Pretty sizable. Now, who here likes Mena RD? Jeez.
The venue erupts. That's the problem with dealing with this Mena guy. They cheer for him here.
Que antes de entrar les den un arma cargada y hasta la madre de coca, güey. Bueno, lo segundo ya lo tienen con los Red Bull, güey. Esa madre es como 3 cocas en una lata, güey.
This is the clash, the ultimate clash right here for all the Dominican Republic fans. Kalo Kick!
Here it goes, our winners finals of EVO getting set on the stage. Mena
Pero qué cagado, güey.
a repeat of an EVO finals we've had before. And we're going to see how this starts off. I expect the character picks to not be surprising. And the big question is, how does Mena make his way in? How does he make it happen? Because he's dealing with a pretty devious foe who's capable of stuffing every approach. Here we go, guys.
Uy, güey.
Finals.
Dos de los personajes bien castrosos.
The right space here to even try to press the button. Mena RD swinging first with that roundhouse, now punish countering with that medium punch against Kakaru. But slowly encroaching on that space is Mena RD. The slide in reaction.
La madre cómo le entró por abajo, güey.
I saw that gif on Twitter. He's fighting those ghosts. He's ready for it.
Oh.
The up ball immediately as it should be. Overhead,
whip on the overhead, whip on the parry.
That is beautifully done from Mena RD, capitalizing on that exact mistake.
Doble agarre.
Mena just plays it slow despite the lead.
Oh, mames, güey.
So deceptive on the hitbox of that crouching medium punch. It's one of his best.
Che, Blanca está igual de castroso, güey.
To get things started and get things rocking. And again, Blanca, it's so deceptive. Crouching heavy punches back far.
Por abajo.
Back heavy punch also insanely deceptive in hitbox. It's so difficult. Kakaru though, managing to walk forward with the double departure, backing him up.
Che, el saltito de Blanca.
Trying to surprise him with the X-Ball. I like that as well. Kakaru, he kind of walked in and pressed more normals, so I think that he's making an adjustment that he needs to pull up first against Mena, and that's why he's looking preemptive. It's going to be drive gauge strip here. This level 2, scary thing.
Se zafó del agarre.
He parries an arm
Gol.
too. Nothing. This level 2 is not counted for much yet so far. It's going to be the tail end here.
Still not a lot of drive gauge. Taken away from Kakaru. Actually reacting to the down ball to reset.
Yeah, he taps parry and then sees that he's going to whiff and goes for the drive rush forward.
Allá va a estar de castroso con sus portaletos.
Parry connection means Mena low on drive gauge.
Le entró, sí, güey. Y castigo a la verga.
That's $1 million combo if I've ever seen one. This Kakaru guy.
1-1. Pero aparte le hizo
really
perfecto.
Proficient. That hit confirm had no business killing from that much life. And that was like a 40-second perfect.
Jesus. That's got to be a world record somewhere.
It out. Mena being a little bit more active, and look at Kakaru trying to be fancy with the air approach.
¿A dónde vas? Le dijo para abajo.
Haven't really seen tower crouching from Mena RD, trying to bait out something perhaps.
Pulling up. I like the forward medium kick again, trying to catch Kakaru.
Sí, sí, tenía para conectarlo ahí.
Ready with the anti-air, double portals out, and Mena's got to
Y ya empezar con sus portalitos, güey. Che parry, güey.
Departure for the teleport. Didn't really get much.
Oh, mames.
This is where Mena cooks. His offense is excellent. And he goes for the jump out. Air ball. And he hits the button after he's got level 2 available.
I can't believe that was a counter hit.
Kakaru's a couple of bad guesses away here. Another.
Doble agarre.
Does he amnesia or not?
¿Le va a aplicar de nuevo? No.
But the empty jump to bait the anti-air.
Pero hizo que abriera la defensa.
Three solid reads back to back to back. The first game, Kakadu, do you think he has to be a little bit more active, at least in closer ranges, right? I do like medium kick as a possible option to maybe poke RD, but he tried to dash.
La madre lo bajó, güey.
Yeah, Mena's good about putting out preemptive buttons and then surprising you with his own approach like that. The thing about him is he can just tell when it's time to go, and I think that's a unique skill that you can't really learn anywhere. You can't feel it out. You just have to know. And there's a tech throw afterwards. Corner pressure now. Kakadu got to make some guesses. Does not commit to a reversal. He has not amnesia yet.
Oh, just barely out of range.
Le entró ese golpe.
First big opener of this round.
Mena just waiting it out. Doesn't even parry. EX ball not in time. Wow, perfect parry on the departure even. And he tried to empty jump that anti-air again. I like that option, but
Uy, lo agarró arriba.
by that departure he left behind.
Set up the portal. Hang back just a little bit. Then RD forced to respect it.
Drive rush light kick after seeing if there's a check for Kakadu. Rainbow ball shallow. He's just buying time in the hop forward. No response.
Maybe he feels like he's going to be overextending.
Qué tenso, qué tenso.
He might be able to blitz punish.
Oh, lo agarró por arriba.
What a pickup from the
Clicó un
anti-air.
anti-aéreo.
Job with the OD.
Yeah, now Mena knows that he might be able to bait out that crouching heavy more and more. Level 2 time. Gonna take the corner push off of this as well. Ball in, back, forward, sets up the doll.
Sí, ya.
Very delayed low medium kick to on the counter hit.
Oh, the delay on that, and he gets the rainbow after he can set out another doll here. Oh, Kakadu in a bad spot. The delay
Abrió la defensa otra vez.
Possibly cut the jump. Little fella, get out again. Electricity, perfect parry is there though.
Oh.
No fear for
the doll.
anything. I
Doble.
can't believe he punched both the doll and Blanca.
¿Lo va a castigar?
Has
No.
burnout here as well. The wake up jump from
Espera.
Mena to get out of there. The ghost.
Está para romperle la defensa.
That's the question here. The hop and the level.
No mames, se liberó con
Doesn't kill, and he gets the
un agarre.
Pretty sure he
Güey,
won
neta,
the
qué
angle,
vergüenza
he got the sweep.
andar de mamón para luego perder. Sí, güey. Ah, pero ahí van 1-1. Ahorita. En este. No mames, güey. Me entró por abajo.
Lightning piece yet again. Give me the back and forth. Give me little man.
Pues está chido, le digo que está chido que le metan un poco de show, güey, porque sí le hace falta.
And there's another throw. This overwhelming offense from Mena does not respect amnesia, and it hasn't come
mames,
out
güey.
yet, so it doesn't matter. He gets another one.
No lo dejó salir. Ay, padrino. 2-0.
Dismantles him in the corner with read after read and no fear.
Órale, caquero. Métele las manos, cabrón.
We have not seen it once out of the 2 times we've seen Kakadu on stage so far.
I got a bad feeling the first time he does it, it's gonna get baited. What an airball, the delay tech on that. No amnesia again.
Yo todavía no, todavía no pierde, tiene que ir a losers, pero no mames.
He's having some real problems here. He baits the throw. Huge. Rainbow, no, he sweep first.
Por lo menos te liberas. Te liberas no mames, güey, que esa cagada, güey. Por lo menos te liberas ahí, una partida, ese cabrón, güey. Aparte Menar sí está bien cabrón, güey. Ese Blanca sí está bien cabrón. Y casi pierde, güey. Casi pierde en la ronda de 24, güey.
Maybe a walk back hence the delayed low medium kick. The pressure's still on because of the burnout. It's gonna be a pretty huge
Creo que contra una Kami.
the corner is Kakadu getting a punish counter.
Off the jump out. No combo from Kakadu though. It's a big one. Air ball. But he went for the parry expecting a rebuttal.
And out of burnout. Wait a minute.
He tried and wow, what a pickup on that. The low tap into the heavy punch as Kakadu stays alive.
Se va a recuperar. Ya lo
Had me a little bit nervous. I'm like, wait, is that spike going to be coming out since he whipped that roundhouse? That jump roundhouse at that? Double spike down below.
That's a lot of drive gauge for Kakadu to spend too.
Below the threshold for a drive rush. Cancel off of normal, that is for sure.
Whip.
Oh, no mames.
That's a big whip punish. Kakadu.
Falló el...
He has level 2, level 3. Doesn't spend any meter so far.
Falló el golpe.
This creates so much of it off of that portal.
Oh, big whip.
Neutral jump. Great anticipation for the forward medium. Kakadu.
Lo va a
You
castigar.
gotta spend it. Into the level 3.
Si lo mata.
Damage and a lot of drive gauge. Not the burnout.
No,
though.
todavía.
With one more
Oh,
my God.
le entró por abajo, güey.
No counter hit, nothing. Just raw fierce. The The mix is going to be coming soon. Lightning Beast still active.
No sé si
He
podría
baits it.
castigarlo más.
Oh my god. He's a couple of hits away. Mena with a chance. Tries to bait something.
No sabe cómo entrarle.
But Mena might. Oh my god, plus frames. Forward hitting bunch of space. Down he goes for the hop.
Güey, no mames, qué pedo, güey.
What a chance now for
O sea, tenía la oportunidad ahí, güey. No mames, güey.
He's right all along as he marches
Qué
to win
pendejo, güey.
finals here at EVO.
Fui al baño, qué pedo, ¿quién ganó? Pues acaba de ganar, ¿verdad, güey?
The man of pure heart.
Qué papeada le dio a Kakeru, güey. Se lo papió bien cabrón.
Kakadu played earlier on this stage. It looked like you couldn't play the game. And he fights Mena, and he can do no right. He's just struggling to make any part of the screen look like it's his. And instead, Mena just marching him down, all kinds of offense, overwhelming, and there's just so little chance.
Mames, se lo papió bien cabrón, güey.
We see him establish against world-class players all the time.
Absolutely insane too.
Y mira que su personaje está bien castroso, güey, por los portales, güey, el rango que
I
tiene.
grabbed the headset. I'm like, he was one out of range. Two, he got the command grab. Like, who even anticipates that?
Yeah, and the lack of amnesia, right? He just didn't go for it the whole time.
Sí jala el Red Bull. Sí le dio alas, güey. Todavía está en los losers, todavía tiene oportunidad. Si le gana al ganador de la semifinal, puede volver a
I can't believe it, right? So many different ways.
Puede volver a enfrentar a Menal.
Phenom, we haven't really been able to see him get.
Pero mames, lo dejó 3-0. 3-0.
Placing event just yet outside of the World Warrior Series. Mickey coming up in his very first offline event, it being EVO as well, just within top 4. This is going to be so intense. Then they have to face off against Kakadu. Are you serious?
And how is he doing? How's Kakadu feeling after that loss we just saw? Is he going to rebound very quickly here, be full power again, ready for the next competitor, or is that just haunting in his mind and going to be a problem? That's the question we have to ask ourselves when we get to that losers finals.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty hard to call right now. But Phenom versus Mickey, this one's going to be a blast for sure. Is it going to be the Cammy mirror match, actually? Phenom and Mickey?
¿Cuántas quedan?
He
Esta, una. Dos. En la final de losers. Luego la final. Son 3. Pero si el de perdedores le gana el de ganadores, se van a un cuarto. Así que quedan 3 o quedan 4.
I wonder if he truly will be the aggressor, but we have a little bit of time to kind of consider that, right?
Yeah, exactly. Of course, that burrito meter's up there for all of you at home to try to get it. We're going to take a short break, get something squared away, and be back with more Street Fighter 6 in just a little bit.
Look, who's hungry? We're going to Chipotle. I need people on the bus now. Chipotle on the way, let's get it. Deal. If you can guess how many beads I have, I'll commentate your Chipotle order.
I'm guessing around 1,000.
Chipotle.
Now that's me.
Chipotle.
Of course you go with queso. That way your burrito will match your play style.
El burrito.
That burrito technique. Now that's top tier. If you guys love Chipotle, make some noise!
Well, Vaya is laughing right now. Look at Vaya laughing right now. Oh, he's doing a dance. What is he doing?
Man, he's too ready, you know. Not today, man.
Oh my God!
参加して、でその時にまた賞金額が上がって、いや気持ちは調子良かったですよ。
So it's much more than just playing. It's being a part of this community.
Está bien culero el diseño del arcade stick de Sony, güey.
Jay, you ready for this block?
You already know. I feel like we've been killing it lately, and everyone's been loving it, but we gotta let the people know where we're gonna be at. Let's just do the meme real fast. You know, my heart meme, get the engagements and everything like that.
Las fotos del Justin
I'm just always thirsty for a drink.
con las monas chinas.
Yeah, but that was corny as hell. But I'll drink to that.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, I'm thirsty.
Welcome back, everybody, of course, to Evolution 2025. Great news for all of you. We have top 3 of this bracket coming up. 3 gamers left after this. And there's a spot.
Qué cagado que le siga diciendo Evolution.
Ooh, that actually, I didn't even get to think about it. I was so enthralled by all the matches, I totally forgot about that, genuinely.
Yeah, it's going to be a big one, of course. We also have a code for all of you at home for your Chipotle needs. If you haven't eaten yet at this late hour, HZD828 to 888-222 to get your free Chipotle burrito. If you get one in the crowd, look at everybody, phones down, trying to get that code. Gotta get that right now. Text that over, of course, to try to get the free entree. You got it, wave your hand. If you win a free code, wave your hand out there. Girl.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, that was all of you guys filling up that burrito meter to get this free entree.
A la verga, he estado en stream 10 horas a la verga, güey. No se llama Evolution, sí, así se llama. Entonces, ahorita ya a estas alturas está más marketeado el pedo de EVO, que es más EVO.
Oh my God, this is there's a lot to really take in, really. Like, I couldn't even fully recover after the Men RD Kakadu match. There was just so much at stake in regards to like the storyline, the rivalries that they've had these last couple of events. But this is so prime. Phenom versus Mickey. This is a time, especially for Phenom, who hasn't had much of a hot streak, at least the last couple of years, which is kind of funny to say too, because he's been super consistent, getting into Capcom Cup multiple times over, whether it's in the singles division, whether it's in Street Fighter League as well, being the #1 team over in Street Fighter League EU, right? So it would be kind of a wild twist to see him take down back-to-back players and possibly put the grand finals. Who knows?
And a big deal too, because we have a lot of CPT season left to chew through. And if you're from one of these regions, you're just begging, please, you get the slot so you can open it up for me, right? Please, if you
100%.
win, our region gets another one here as we have the Moose Phenom up on the stage versus Mickey. Top 4 of our bracket. After this, only 3 will remain. And we got that tough road ahead. Kakadu waiting for the winner of this. Mena waiting for whoever manages to get through. All of these great players left for this tournament. The crowd gets hype here for Mickey, the young man from across the world, his first EVO stage. And after seeing this play, probably not his last.
Es su primera vez.
And the first smile we've seen on him on stream, genuinely.
Yeah, the Mickey chat.
That's actually kind of wild too.
You love to hear it here, of course. And Phenom's like, man, why am I the guy stuck against this young kid who's so good? Everybody's cheering for him.
To be fair, Phenom was definitely one of the young bucks doing the same exact thing back in Street Fighter V.
That's true. And despite his consistent results and performances and stuff, he's not a player you hear talked about so much because he just hides in the snow back home. Just sits there.
To be fair, I don't think he has a choice, man.
Yeah, that's true. He just sits back at home, chilling, vibing, qualifying for Capcom Cup every single year. Very consistent player. So we got our losers semis here.
Órale,
I'm
muchachos.
curious to see, is it going to be Cammy Mirror? Are we going to see a Mai on the side of Mickey? Is there going to be another character as well? He's bringing out the box. Look at He's like, what's all that for, bro? I'm
Just
not looking.
cajitas,
I'm not
güey.
looking. He's like, I don't even know what you're doing. Unpacking his school lunch. Just got to make sure. Now he's going back.
Before he leaves the
Don't forget, of course, leaning back. Under the Quan box. What's he got there?
It's surgically attached to his elbow.
Cajas de marca.
Micro wiring, but as soon as the game is on or the cameras are off, it just connects to him.
Yeah, he's locked in, tapped in. Phenom's like, bro, I am not looking. I am playing the game, brother.
You don't even need the box, right? He's just going to stay glued to the screen.
Yeah.
And then he looks down.
Trying to copy his homework over there.
Possibly. Give him the wrong answer is intentional. So this is the question that we kind of ask ourselves. Who's going to be the aggressor here if the Kami mirror match happens? But also, just the way that these two have been playing in general, that's still going to be the main underlying question. Like, who's going to be the one to strike first, even close the gap first?
Yeah, that's what we have to see here, too. And Phenom, I think he's very versatile, very flexible. He can play whatever way he wants to play. So I'm curious to see how that goes. He's got 4,000 buttons under the box.
I think minimum, yeah.
He's got a lot of buttons over there. That's a Sapphire.
Which one brings the Chipotle?
The code from earlier, that's the one you hit the emergency.
He input it into the stick?
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Well, this stage is real pretty, I can't lie.
We are getting ourselves
Bro,
ready.
that look, why is he giving him that?
Why is he at that angle? He's so far away. That's like the perfect angle to look down at Phenom's hand.
Yeah.
Right? Where's Phenom's box?
Que le vean las manos.
Where's the Metal Gear Solid box? I need that real quick.
Oh.
Órale, muchacho.
The choice is there. So there was a little bit of a tease too. So Mickey was actually looking over and smiling at Phenom. He looked back at him because of the fact that Mai was the first selection from Phenom's side.
Yeah. Is it a blind pick? Are we getting that on the stage here?
Oh, we definitely will.
It might be. Are they fighting for the color? Is that the other question? Blue versus pink? Who gets the main character color?
A chingadazo, sí, güey.
The minute that Costume 4 gets unlocked, no Kami player will pick any other outfit. That's for sure.
I think that's true.
A eso vine, a ver.
When it does come out, claim your color first. That's a real thing in the FTC. That's a real thing in fighting games. You have to claim your color first. If you ever go into like a mirror match and somebody's like, no, this is my color, it's like, fight me for it.
Those
Bro, those
Kamis.
Costume 4s were cheeked up. I'm talking about
Estar
Luke and
bueno.
Jamie. It was wild up there, that's for sure. So we get into our match here. Loser semis of Evolution. And again, two very patient players, very passive. Curious to see who's down to be the aggressor, who's going to wait it out, and whether that steam from Mickey earlier is still firing. First good hit goes to Phenom here as he takes the corner.
What happens after this low though? Nothing too explosive. Nothing too explosive right from the side of Phenom. Still trying to test the waters against Mickey.
Yeah,
Se zafó de la carrera.
Phenom so passive with the whip punish from Mickey there. So tapping. It's going to be a lot of footsies, little single hits.
Con ese golpe, güey.
Patient play between the two of them. All the stuff everybody on Twitter says they love.
Pretty high success rate thus far for the low medium kick from Phenom. I tried.
Y ya lo encerró.
We all love it when it's footsies. Oh, that's a big one. No side swap or anything, but now there's the back throw. Mickey working on this drive gate shoot. No drivers cancel because he didn't want to get burnt out.
Should be the time to drive for Mickey.
Otro agarre.
Oh!
Si le entró, no.
Phenom absolutely ready for it. You got to take a risk that early.
Se lo devolvió.
Thought he was that old. He tried to sneak it by him. Phenom, that buffering that jab really helps. It gives him the slowdown to get the cancel, which makes it a lot easier. Wow, delay timing on that. Catching Phenom with delayed tech or buttons. Now Mickey with the
A la
corner
que
here.
castigo le aplicó, güey.
What a bait.
Oh,
And he
man.
comes back. Double rush, the perfect.
Perfect.
Mickey with all kinds of offense there, making it happen.
Falló ese
worked so
golpe.
hard for that first round, and then just got beat up right after.
I'm surprised Mickey didn't even panic. And that exact option to escape from Phenom. Perfect parry,
Par.
smack him in the face with a fierce drop.
Oh, huge drop. He would have the corner
No
offense
conectó
and
el
everything. Now
el
it's
golpe.
Phenom with the chance to game. That walk-up jab. No anti here, but he does get the check after the dive kick.
Oh. Back-to-back fierces. Chunks of damage on the drive gauge, by the way.
Falló el agarre,
Might
creo.
have been intentional from the side of Mickey.
And now he's got the corner instead because of it available, locked and loaded. No anti here.
Otro.
Not even a back medium punch from Phenom, and now he's in trouble. No anti here again.
Hey.
You're definitely within range for an uppercut.
One hit game.
Sé que tenía oportunidad para entrarle ahí.
One crouching medium kick could be the deal. Oh, Phenom didn't fight. He had the counter hit. No confirm. The wake up.
No.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Whoa. He walked all the way in the zone.
Oh.
He was treading such dangerous waters, but he was actually the shark at the very end. A hooligan command grab. Damn, not dead yet.
No dead yet. No vio ese golpe, güey. Si no se le esperaba.
Just like that, and we get a rematch very quickly from the side of Phenom. Oh, harassing. And then you see the tap parry. He thought Phenom would hit the heavy kick back.
Auto measuring coming in from the side of Mickey. No big conversion off of the OD dive kick. Now spinning around with the roundhouse. Rebuttaling with a dive kick of his own, well spaced. Very, very deep.
Sí, falló ese golpe.
Wow.
Oh.
And he's in time
Ah.
with a safe jab. That's
No más, se lo parrió, güey.
This time the throw. That's a big turnaround. You can feel the momentum slipping
Parró.
away from Mickey a bit on that one.
Or so we think. There's a roundhouse.
Mm.
Yeah, slight walk up. There was a counter hit
Alcanzó a agarrarlo.
from the side of Mickey. Grabs just a little bit faster.
Wow.
That was sick.
Oh.
Medium kick just beating it. And there's a
Y
punch. How does that even reach from him?
entró el golpe ahí.
Tech on the throw, builds Phenom back that drive gauge.
Exchange of blows.
Side swap, corner pressure.
There's the counter hit conversion Phenom was looking for off of that crouching jab. What's the pressure sequence going to be like? Tech throw. Mickey, how do you contest?
Sí, le aplicó otra vez el agarre, güey.
He's going to hang back. Important throw escape. Perfect parry on the dive kick.
Pero no alcanzó a castigarla bien, güey. Bien.
Easy peasy kill on this one. Into the
Uno,
level 3.
uno.
Gotta watch that cinematic as Phenom ties up our set in a scrappy loser semi so far.
No sé si eso era necesario, pero...
It's been so difficult to even try to gauge what the other person is going to go for, right? Mickey setting the precedence with a lot of medium kicks in that particular game. Roundhouse as well. Phenom not budging at all off of some of these tactics, but now he's the one to kind of initiate with his own medium kick. The dive kick does connect. A couple of lights to get that link.
Oh, a little too far with the counter here from Firm off the jab. So Phenom just backs it up.
A castigarlo por un kill. Mamá,
Hello?
Mix.
Otro agarre.
Heavies back to back. Dude, so much damage on the drive gauge. Phenom also can't get a single hit conversion. No drive rush canceled on the board for him. Mickey, now is the time for him to rock.
La madre, Mickey fue hacia adelante y falló el agarre. Y aéreo, va.
Needs to throw. He needs one more solid hit to clean this one up, and the DI. No one's home with the super cancel, so round on the board for Mickey.
No hay interacción con el escenario. No. Así como en Tekken, no.
No DPS there from Phenom as well, so that's a sign for Mickey. Bro, he is beating up Phenom's drive gauge, and there's a tap parry because of it.
Por lo mucho, puede haber como un rebote en la orilla de del stage o de la pantalla, como le dicen.
Burns himself out as well. That's expensive, and I love the reset. Uh-oh, Phenom in trouble.
No mames, le falló ahí el...
So now Mickey SCA. Oh, he went for the hooligan.
No mames.
Jumps, reading the throw against Mickey.
Abrió la defensa.
Look at the confidence on the walk-up dive kick as well.
Sí, por lo mucho puede haber un rebote en la pantalla y puedes sacar ventaja de ello.
A lot of tick throws. He saw Mickey do a parry on
doble agarre.
So I think that's maybe in his mind. Blocks it correctly. Another throw.
Triple agarre. No.
Phenom playing it nice and cool. Had to go for the OD uppercut.
He backs it up. He's got time on the board. 76 seconds. This is a chance for Mickey now. Whoever spends level 3 first is going to be forcing burnout. He's just attacking the drive gauge.
That's totally fine. He has CA to back it too. He gets a single opener. Oh my god.
Uy, le aplicó el agarre. No mames, se le liberó con el agarre.
Is he going to use the estate to back away? No, he's trying to press the issue. Dive kick coming in from Mickey. Phenom now backing away. He's also got level 3.
What a jump. Another one. He's not answering. He recognized a third one.
Oh, no mames, güey.
Advantage. The veteran's mindset. He just sees the weakness and he attacks it 4 times in a row.
I mean, this is the same guy we've seen command grab Daigo like how many times? 5 or 6 times in a row? He'll keep going to the well if you're not reacting.
Why you gotta bring that one up, huh?
Es uno.
Sorry,
that's an old wound.
Pobre.
Nah, but it's right.
Quien sea quien gane esta, le va a tocar con un caquero y su personaje está bien castroso, güey.
Okay. Trying to hit a straight with that sweep.
What a hit from a little shy though on the conversion from Mickey.
Ooh.
Oh, no way punish.
Send the big signal with the roundhouse. Very deep dive.
Ah, me sí le entró esa patada. Ah, se la regresó.
Finally getting the dive kick to pay off to avoid the throw, and guess what? He's rewarded with the round.
Ah, ese sí lo castigó.
fancy stuff there. The spin knuckle extension, something that Cammy has now. It's really cool that she can get a lot of damage off of, and the whip punish. And Phenom just, he's ready on time. You know, he sees the whip, walks in, finds a crouching medium kick on the walk back.
Chis agarres. Uy, falló el agarre. Sí.
Laid back throw, and he gets counter hit thrown for it, and Phenom's first again.
Still going to that
Otro agarre.
Yeah, he's gonna keep throwing him, I think. Yeah, I mean, he's just recognized.
Dos agarres.
There it is. Another throw attempt. Mickey out of there. One hit round though. They both have so much meter.
Y no mames, le entró por abajo, güey.
Without any resources here. Set point to Phenom.
What an advantageous state to be in, having 3 bars.
Está a uno Phenom de pasar.
Is the answer, Mickey? Backing away ever so
Y Mickey de regresar acá.
He's done so many throws. This shimmy about to hit. You could feel.
You think so?
Yeah, you could feel that that's the option that Phenom wants to look for late in the game. Action on the drive rush.
Good call out. There it is. Another throw. Mickey tried to attempt with the button this time. You saw it.
Yeah, I think he's.
Un chingo de agarres,
The
güey.
drive gauge is low. You can feel the threat from Mickey, and another throw from Phenom.
Este partido se decidió por los agarres. Oh, qué bonito le entró por arriba, güey.
It's his turn to mix.
Oh, mames, pensé que le
And
había...
in air to air looks good. He has the extension off of this. Lots of drive gauge to cook with. He has the level 1 at the end for the kill. The DP hits. Mickey is tired of his tricks, tying up the set.
No, es pinche ultra instinto. Sí, güey. No, y sobre todo porque lo tienen que estar cazando, güey.
Big question now. How is he going to switch up while the throws have been so effective
Spider-Man.
with Phenom?
Yeah, and Phenom, you know, he's going back to the well. He's being tricky. Stuff that he's done a million
Un
times.
golpe que des mal y ya tu defensa se abre bien cabrón.
Is it a throw or not? Is the guy? He's done so many. And there's a jab into the throw first. Mickey was
Pero ese sí ha habido muchos agarres en esta, güey. Super, triple agarre, güey, no mames. Y le iba a aplicar un cuarto, güey.
He has to keep guessing though.
He won't tech, brother. Like, he's just not down. He's dive kicking or he's gonna block.
In the final game, he might be paying for it with his tournament life.
Ooh, a little high on the dive kick. There's a punish from Mickey. Punish counter light into the heavy.
Y le quiso entrar, bueno, la agarra, güey, pero mal, le quiso entrar por arriba, güey. Oh, le reventó la defensa, güey.
Double drive rush. Get the kill without any meter. Nicely done. Set point here for Mickey.
Está a uno, güey. Y a ver si no se lo empatan, güey. Oh, abrió la defensa, güey. Y le había entrado por abajo. Otro agarre. ¡Boom! Se lo tragó, güey. Lo va a dejar a nada. No mames, güey. O sea, vas y te entregas, padrino. Bro. Uy, casi le entra ahí. Otro agarre. Otro agarre, güey. No se las aprenden. ¡Oh! ¡Oh! No mames, güey. El morro supo aguantar la presión. Supo aguantar los chingadazos.
And then grand finals here to see if he can make it all the way.
The crowd absolutely erupting and already onto the stage. Kakaru is trying to get a piece of that action. He just wants to go back into the seat against Mena RD. He doesn't give a damn about anything else.
Bro, he spawned like a Pokemon trainer. He just walked at him. He just do. He just like appeared, ran on the stage, and was just like, I'm challenging you. Whew. It's going to be a good one here, of course. And man, if you're Mickey, a nail biter of a set, scrapping for your life in this one where you can play defense, you can play offense, it's back and forth. Now he has to chase, right? He's dealing with Kakadu. He's going to have to be the one to go in there and make this happen. So very curious about this one. And Kakadu, how is his mind palace? How is he feeling after that loss earlier? Is he going to recompose and be okay, or is it going to be a harsh loss that really sets the tone for this loser finals match for him?
Kind of difficult to gauge right now, but I'll tell you what, going up against opponent, Mickey, he's got to be feeling so confident making this run of a lifetime. And also the big adaptations against Phenom's offensive sequences, right? I mean, like, it was rather intimidating with all the throws that have been pretty much presented, even refusing to uppercut some of the big jump-ins that Phenom was trying to catch, but paid off dividends, clutching 3-2. Damn, this is actually the most hotly contested set in the loser side that we've seen in a lot of the CPT events this far.
Yeah, it's been really contentious. The last few matches, we've seen a lot of 3-2 action besides that dominant performance from Kakadu. So, you know, of course, we saw our replays, and they're just going to jump into it in a second here as our players are on the stage ready to go. Losers.
Una vez no lo voy a dejar de fondo que estos güeyes ya andan jugando. Igual voy a estar viendo en la tablet. Va, señor Hargura. De todas maneras, ya casi va a acabar. Ya nos vamos para allá. Ahorita los veo ahí con el señor Alex. No se apure. Pero gracias por pasarse un rato. Un buen ratote por aquí. Un gusto como siempre tenerlo aquí, ya sabe. Se lo agradezco un chingo.
Taking a little bit of a sneak peek. There it is. The Mai does come out against JP. A little bit of a spoiler alert. You might have heard it. Oh, come on.
Oh, cambio por Mai.
These guys, man. What's their problem?
Couple of bullies.
Here it is. One thing about this matchup, of course, Mai with a very fast drive rush, a lot faster than Camby, so she can get through the ghost and the zoning a lot easier. Huge normals, what a whiff.
Oh.
Kakadu. I'm sure that wasn't intentional, as the amnesia whiff puts him in the corner
Ya
early
abrió
in
la
the set.
defensa.
Finding a way to pass. Some of the offense that Mickey presented initially, sending her full screen. Yeah, the departure was still available.
Se zafó el vato.
Anticipating the fan. No anti-air there for Kakadu either. Oh, worried about the range. You can empty jump.
My man just swiped away the fan?
Just whoosh, got rid of it. Didn't care. Ooh,
No mames.
What is happening?
No, falló el
back to
agarre.
back for Kakadu there. He's probably trying to crouch into ground normal and just getting it or something, but it's a big drop. Low drive gauge for Mickey. Very dangerous against JP here.
Ooh, that fierce? At that timing? In this economy?
Lo va a castigar.
No, expensive. Level 2 available for Kakadu, which is always the win condition for JP.
Oh!
Reaction!
That was
Vaya, güey.
done. Close to burnout is Mickey still.
Che reacción cabrón. Y le va a reventar la defensa. A huevo. ¡Oh, mames! Se salió. Brinca hacia atrás. Fue mucho.
Mickey, it's going to be meaty goes EX spike, another one afterwards. No room to wiggle. Counter hit. Wow, the walk-up jab from Kakadu too. Another portal right at the end.
Ooh. The back throw, set up the portal. No, it's going to be a spike first. Double spike, really forcing Mickey to stand still for just a little bit low. Medium kick, tap it on the shins. A couple of times over.
Yeah, it's a good option, those spikes, in case he drive rushes on wake up and try to get by your
Sí,
portal.
no mames.
Whip punch.
Falló
Okay,
la
this is what
patada,
Kakadu looks like. If you saw him in the Minnesota, you probably, thought this guy just gets beat up. But this is kind of the control I expect from him. Level 2 here, crouching jab to keep it a true string, and then crouching medium kick. And this is just burnout. Pending any kind of hit, and it doesn't even need to be burnout if he can get the kill here. Stand heavy, EX goes spike.
Está bien castroso ese güey.
There's so much to talk about on top of that control. His timing against any of his opponents have been so on point, right? There has definitely been a lot of talks in regards to like how or at least how a lot of the pros are like, yeah, I want to make sure that I study the person I'm up against just to see what their button timing is like, right? To kind of formulate my game plan around that if I get these specific scenarios. Kakadu,
Yo va a
a
regresar
couple of
acá.
delays going into the crouching medium punch, and also a very, very good poke to do that. So the control plus all of that is so intimidating.
As he's back to the Cammy here.
And the skip? Come on, man.
Yeah, we're not speedrunners. We do not like skips in this audience. So you see that early
A ver si
throw
tiene
here.
más chance de
Amnesia right away.
entrar.
Does not like the tail end
A
of
la
that.
verga.
It's a DP from Mickey. A lot of drive gauge off both of them early. He just has the air threat in this matchup now. That's the difference. Lower ground speed, but you have the access to a pretty dangerous air approach. Wow,
Oh, qué
And
contra.
the drive rush, an appropriate punish.
Yeah, not having
Lo
the
va a
fast
castigar.
drive rush from
No,
Mai could be a factor, but instead Mickey looks way more comfortable in this case.
Ooh.
Oh,
Damn!
perfecto.
Explosive rebuttal.
No sé por qué no empezó con Kami.
Hey, Kami? Pretty damn good.
Yeah, this is clearly the comfort pick, I think, for him. Whiff and no whiff punish. Kakuru's been good at that so far.
You saw the attempt at possibly trying to breeze by the case, so that drive
La mantiene a raya con muchas patadas. ¡Wow! Le
better hooligan axe
entró con
He used a lot of hooligan action.
por arriba.
It does get him out of the corner, though.
Oh, saw the counter hit. Low medium kick. Mickey in hot pursuit. There's
Wow.
a throw. Oh, and the
Oh, no más.
dive kick.
Ocasó y
Tried to
entró,
give
güey.
upon recovery, but just a little bit far off the mark.
1-1.
Mickey 2 rounds straight. That was mad quick.
Yeah, that was a lot tougher for Kakadu there. I think the air approach, so threatening, and then also Mickey just walking in and finding these buttons on the ground as well. He's not been whip punished with the same success he had against Mai. Mai's such a popular character, I'm sure Kakadu was more prepped.
Makes a lot more sense. Oh, drivers forward. Mickey trying to probe just a little bit, right? You see some of these crouching medium punches.
Look at how much space Mickey's got, by the way. That's a punish. Oh, he doesn't get the punish counter confirmed.
Ya no está tan
Mickey is
agresivo.
cornering Kakadu without hitting him. He's just pushing him to the corner with his walk speed and his threat on the screen.
Oh,
wow.
Uy,
debate
no
on a
mames.
throw, perhaps, or maybe even a low-end button.
Yeah, trying to catch him biting. Wow.
No más, falló el
Neutral jump from Kakadu was excellent there.
ataque.
I love the empty jump. Just that bait is so clean. And now portal above, you got to deal with that. New portal's out. Tries to make it in.
No mames, les quedó corto.
Lots of drive gauge and meter to work with here. Pierce.
Castigó bien. Cabrón.
Yeah. Didn't even need to spend any super on that, so big win for Kakadu as he has level 2 here, which is a threat to your drive gauge. And tons of damage too. Look at this. Corner push on this forward heavy kick. Spike, portal. Lots of options to deal with, and look at the jump back.
Yeah, he just wants to maintain that control with Mickey. So, coming in with that dive kick now with a forward throw. Drive rush on in, back medium punch, followed by a plethora of different buttons. Kakadu has not found a way out just yet. Punish counter, you do get the throw. Drive rush on in there. Real menacing too, as Kami is now in burnout. Mickey, how do you fight out of the corner in the... Oh,
Y le rompió la
there's
defensa.
absolutely no shot. Kakadu, he was just waiting for it. Drive it back. Level 3, that's all he wrote. Game 2.
Kakadu, 2-1 lead in the set, just like that. So much control in mid-range too, and you know, Mickey kind of ran over him before, but the minute it slowed down again, Kakadu just too comfortable. I think at the pace of the match, if you can't wrestle it away from him, he's too tough to beat.
What are you supposed to do as Mickey, right? You've already tried so many different spaces to try to intimidate Kakadu. Now a lot more active with the buttons. You see it from the side of Kakadu.
I like the drive rush too. Clearly Kakadu thinking about the air and whip punishes, so Mickey trying a new approach with the drive rush.
Already cycling through so many options. Roundhouse coming back and forth now from the side of Mickey. That is an excellent punish against the Ghost.
Perfect parry and then drive rush immediately. Good catch as well. Counter hit. EV ender.
Crouching heavy punch. Cross cuts.
Bien castigado.
Kakadu pay the toll. Nullifying the hooligan. Oh, we got the dive kick.
Oh, mames.
And also the throw bait. Let me see the rest of it.
Level 1. That's the kill. Mickey, excellent stuff there to recognize the situation and know that he can get the kill with that optimized combo route.
Bring the fight right back to him.
Yeah, and Kakadu, when he gets in trouble, that's where you can make it count, right? You make it scrambly, you make it weird. You don't want him to just sit there and play the game kind of grounded and controlled.
Sure.
So I like that Mickey's trying to scramble with late dive kicks, weirder looks, try to make him uncomfortable.
Ooh, and he was ready for that. How often do you see that roundhouse get whiff punished?
Yeah, with a heavy too as well. Slow button. And now, oh, I love that. Try to put the brakes on the drive rush. Catch Mickey checking.
Ahora no le supo cómo entrar.
That control being shown off by Kakadu yet again.
Ah, mames.
So tricky to the standing medium.
Ya lo castigó.
Tantalized Mickey a little bit, but now he's
Perfect.
in control yet again. Match point here in Losers Final. And with a perfect.
Ah, uno.
Can Kakadu get his shot at revenge against Mena after that dominant winner side performance?
Quiero volver a enfrentar a Mena.
Mickey with the approach, portals off screen, no longer a threat.
Sitting back and waiting a little bit. Neutral jump medium, trying to test the waters with low medium kick as well. Ooh.
No mames.
He's ready with the medium kick, intercept portal above, walks in for the throw.
Ya no sabe cómo entrarle ahora.
He's gonna burn him out here. This is a bad spot. He's gotta try to parry. Doesn't go for it. Instead,
Sí, ya abrió la defensa, güey.
should be the kill. He's got level 1 at the end of this for Kakadu. No, he doesn't go for it, but chip is a factor too. How do you get out of this if you're Mickey?
Perfect, güey. Ah, mames,
as
güey.
Kakadu ends the run of our incredible young player here. Las Vegas, can everybody here make some noise for Mickey?
Pero, no mames, tercer lugar en su primera aparición. Cabrón.
The dream's definitely not over yet for Mickey. I'll tell you what, there's so much potential to go in the rest of the CPT. Mickey with an explosive debut here at Evolution. The crowd on their feet for this young man, absolutely well deserved.
And I've got great news for everybody at home. If you're a Mickey fan, you will be seeing him at Capcom Cup. He's also qualified with this 3rd place finish. So even if it's a long flight home, he's got a pretty important event to look forward to early next year. As we get our rematch in our grand finals between these two. We're gonna get a look at the replays between them and see the control that Kakadu had here. Really just so difficult to get in on. And this is the opposite of the Mena set, where Mena had so much confidence, so much space. So we give a round of applause for Mickey coming off the stage, everybody at home.
Even in the chat, yo. Give it up for Mickey. Talking about it again, even Mena D stopped him and dapped him up. He wanted to give him a couple of words as well to get ready for his matchup, but looking at the replay at hand, you were talking about the amount of control. There was so much more confidence, so much at play from Kakadu to kind of present that puzzle towards Mickey, right?
Right. And that's the problem. That's the thing you're dealing with here, is that Kakadu, when he's in control, is so tough to deal with. He makes world-class players stumble and fall trying to make their way in, but it was the opposite that we saw earlier from Mena, where he was just in so much control. So excellent stuff from him, of course. These replays were presented by PlayStation Tournaments. Thanks to them for helping make this whole thing happen and give us a look at the matches. And now we have our grand finals, a repeat of the winners finals of our tournament, a repeat of the grand finals of EVO Japan, and we'll see if Kakadu can finally get his revenge.
Man, take a deep breath and take a look at this bracket, right? Did any of you expect it to be the way that it's laid out before you?
And that deep run from Mickey looking really impressive in this, and Mena just beating up everybody on the way here. Beating Phenom, beating Kakadu 3-0, and now being the man to beat to put, I think, one of the stamps on his sort of fighting game passport here he's been looking for a long time, which is an EVO Vegas win. And I think with the win here, maybe undoubtedly the best Street Fighter player of this generation, maybe ever, with the decorated trophy case he has of Capcom Cup wins and stuff, with EVO Japan wins and now an EVO win here. This would be a big one.
The pressure is on. He is going to be in the loser's side. He has to win the first to 3, at least in the very beginning, at least to get that reset going against Mena RD, but there's going to be so much adaptation involved here between that set he had in winners finals against Mena RD. However, Mena could bulldoze him, right? He's definitely a man of the people. He's got a lot of heart, got a lot of emotion, and rides off of that. He's made some pretty impressive reads against Kakadu, hence why we see him coming in from the loser side. We'll see what happens now. This is it. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you yet again the grand finals, Kakadu versus Mena RD.
And finally, the intro gets to rock for our final set of the evening. Everybody around the world and here in the venue, it's time for Evolution Grand Finals.
A ver si Kakeru puede resetear el bracket o no. Contra un Blanca que lo blanqueó prácticamente. La madre, güey.
This is the corner pressure that we talked about in the previous time they interacted in the winners finals. Kakadu was not able to escape throw jail.
Yeah, he was really in trouble. The reads on offense from Mena were so good. And his ability to sniff out kind of the weakness on your defense and the weakness of your own offense is something that makes him a world-class player. One of his biggest strengths. Burnout here coming from Mena. He knows it, so he just drive reversals right away. Threatening the hop, and what a check.
Oh, man.
Right into Mena's hands. A couple
a la verga, güey.
Oh my God! He dug his nails right into the suit.
And when you're right, you're right. Mena just knew he had the triple lights into the level 1 just in case. The forward heavy punch afterwards. Mena, there's so much offense here, and you could just feel the pressure is on Kakadu to make something happen. And it's not working so far. As Mena, again, that forward medium kick usage this whole entire tournament to beat those late reactions. And boy, oh boy, is it amnesia time or not is the question here.
Mames, cómo le cuesta entrarle caquero a Blanca, güey, la verdad.
And the wrong combo again.
Otra vez.
My, he's right this time. Lots of bar on his side. He doesn't spend any.
That Lightning Beast draining just little by little. He's trying to put up so many projectiles. Is Kakadu to reduce that timer? Drive rush on in there.
Oh.
And the parry.
Parry.
Goes for the
Oh.
catches him swinging just like that. Mena's on the board.
Cabrón, su Blanca.
Kakadu falling for it.
En la final, sí.
Mad confident after that first game.
Gotta slow him down. That's the thing. He's having so much trouble. The looks.
Ya es la final.
So confusing. It's fake coward crouch and then the drive rush catches the whip.
Al menos que Kakeru resete el bracket.
He hasn't had much so far.
And it's so expensive now too. Teleport on in there. Try to catch a normal.
Pues habrá otra, pero
he was still within range of the throw. Did he move forward, extend his hurt box?
pues no se ve que meta las manos, pues.
That's that on the drive gauge here. Goes for the throw.
La verga, güey. Otro agarre, güey.
And the DI. This time he's ready. Portal out. He gets some space, but Mena has a lot of drive gauge to chew through here. This Kakadu's got to try to survive for a bit here. The ball in. No parry. Had a burnout though.
So intense.
Que no sabe cómo entrarle, güey.
He contemplated it.
He needs one whip punish, so he can play past
Y le entra por abajo.
doing, so Kakadu takes initiative.
Pero no lo castigó mucho.
Very, very hard to make this happen without that drive gauge going
Oh.
down. Trying to activate him to level 2 there.
So imperative that Mena does get that level 2.
Oh, lo agarró, güey. A un pixel, güey.
Burn him out, and now chip. Kakadu has to avoid the chip. He's going to try to jump or amnesia the ball, so he's just waiting.
No mames, güey. Qué cagadota.
Knows the panic is coming, and he just senses the right choices. He tells when your fear is there, and you can just make the perfect response.
Breaking down all the defensive options against Kakadu, going for the immediate level 3 right off the bat, leaving at least, what, 45 to 50%, but I'll tell you what, the drive gauge right now, so
la madre. Sí lo castigó.
Getting denied from that jump in. NRD caught it for a little bit. I love that drive rush, getting the command hop past the body. Level 3 is intact. He's
no mames.
out of that amnesia. You thought I forgot? Not today.
Abrió la defensa.
Side switch. Lightning Beast engaged.
Sí, le va a romper la defensa.
While you're in burnout, answer is you probably can.
And there it is.
Drive impact.
Ay, padrino.
He gets a combo after this as well. He's got more on the table. The up ball. EX for the kill. Mena RD marching dominantly towards an EVO championship.
No, nunca supo cómo entrarle, güey.
One game is all he needs. And what does Kakadu do? The whip
va a ganar fácil,
feels so
güey.
temporary.
Si no se pone perro el otro, güey, no mames, güey. Regalada la final, güey, para Menar, güey.
Medium kick, forward medium kick at that. Getting the big opener against Kakadu.
Creo que la pelea más difícil que tuvo Menar, creo que estuvo entre los 24, güey. Ah, mames, güey. No mete las manos, pinche Kakeru, güey.
Japan and EVO Vegas back-to-back championship potentially here for Mena and Kakadu. No answers. The Capcom Cup champion just looking lost in the lights. And he just can't make a right choice here on defense. It feels like Mena just always knows. There's an amnesia that works. But nothing out of it just yet. Okay, the forward heavy kick looks good.
Not too bad, a little bit of damage. Jump back medium kick. No way.
Oh.
One hit away.
Ni supo cómo le entró. Bye, padrino.
He has the level 3.
Y tiene el nivel 3. Bye, güey.
2 times here in Japan. And now your Evolution 2025.
Adiós, güey. La verga, güey. Es un pedo jugar, platicar y ver el torneo. Pero ya acabó, no se preocupe. Vecino, ya. Ah, mames, estaba facilita esa final para Menar, güey. El vato jamás supo cómo entrarle. Digo, su blanca está cabrón, güey, pero el vato nunca supo cómo entrarle.
The electricity, all well deserved.
Te digo que creo que el match más complicado que tuvo Menar, creo que fue en los 24, güey. Lo sabe su cara, güey, lo sabe, güey. Nunca pudo descifrar, güey, cómo entrarle.
In this season, in multiple seasons.
And look at Kakadu. Think about Kakadu's matches. No one can touch him. Everybody else that Kakadu plays, it's like it looks like they can't play the game, and he fights Mena, and this guy's just different. There's levels to this. There's a difference, right, in how people are, and that just shows you how it is. You see the emotion getting to Mena on the stage. He's had a lot of big wins in his life, but I'm sure this is one he's been thinking about for a long time. As he gets his EVO Vegas trophy, cementing another on a very decorated trophy case for this guy up on.
Vámonos.
And still sunk in that chair, of course, is our second place finisher, Kakadu. What an incredible performance from that guy. Capcom Cup champion. You can be the greatest player in the world 6 months ago.
Vámonos, ahorita ya nada más queda la premiación.
So heartbreaking for a player as good as him. It really doesn't feel fair that he loses. That's just
bueno, vamos a ver la premiación.
fair for someone that talented to not be the champion here for an event like this.
There's really a lot to take in when you talk about this specific event, right? When it comes to all the tours that are involved with a multitude of different games, being at the World Championship for EVO is just so much different. And we talked about this with a plethora of different pro players. They're like, yeah, sure, Capcom Cup is cool, SK World Championships are really cool, but EVO is it for a lot of these players. Even for a lot of the spectators, even the commentary, we're like, dude, this is easily the most prestigious tournament in my opinion. Open bracket.
¿Quién ganó? Menar, el de blanca.
But still, seeing that consistency from NRD.
Cagado porque traigo playera de blanca, ¿verdad? Traigo playera de blanquita, güey. Cagado. Sí, ganó blanca.
And the thing about him is, you know, at different events, he's up and down and stuff like that. The big stages, he shows up, right? These EVO stages, he's always there as that competitor. And, like, watching that, it's hard to deny. Playing a character that's not that common even with all Blanca as well. Just, like, showing up and having that kind of a performance, it doesn't make much sense. It's just like this guy is otherworldly. And an incredible competitor. Just, he's so full of fire and still, you know, despite having so many championships for so many years. His first one was 8 years ago, back in 2017, where he won that Capcom Cup. And now, here he is, still winning on this stage and still in the prime of his career.
Yeah, so much to really learn from a guy like Menardi with the caliber as he is as a person, as a player, as a competitor, etc. And also really guiding the way for a lot of the players.
A huevo, le digo que el Red Bull sí jala. No lo dudo después de esto, señor. Señor Harure, no lo dudo. Sí le dio alas, la pierde.
And honestly, we wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, what a performance by him. It's hard to describe how dominant that is for an event like this, right? Especially because so many other players look so talented throughout all this, and they have such a chance. There's so much back and forth. And then it just shows up and has a performance like that, a wild one. So you got to be thinking, you know, going into the rest of the year, I'm curious to see how he does when he travels and all that kind of stuff. I'm curious how it shapes up around Capcom Cup when that's coming up. So incredible performance, of course, from him. Hopefully everybody here enjoyed all the matches so far. We're going to head it up to the stage to crown all of our competitors and our Evolution champion.
Please, everybody, as loud as you possibly can, for your Street Fighter 6 EVO 2025 Top 8 roster. Make some noise for all of these players standing on this stage right now. This does not come easy to stand up here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we just saw one of the most amazing performances to date in the world of Street Fighter. One more time for your EVO Top 8!
Now, let's get these gentlemen their medals. Please make some noise for 7th place, Angry Bird.
And also in 7th place, the Golden Finger, LaShore.
Now for 5th place, the legendary child, Xiao Hai.
And also in 5th place, Japanese fighting game god, Fudo.
El buen Fudo.
And now in 4th place, the Moose is loose, Viendo.
And in 3rd place, blow the roof off of this place, ladies and gentlemen, the young guard, Mikey!
Ni le ha de entender.
And now in 2nd place, Kakeru!
And finally, in 1st place, the first player ever to win EVO Japan and EVO Las Vegas back to back. Some would say the GOAT, Mina RD!
Chumenar, güey. Está bien cabrón el tipo.
And also, don't forget, for 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place, we have the wonderful Nacon sticks going out to all 3. Please, gentlemen, when you get those sticks, raise them up high. 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Thank you very much, Nicole, for providing some artillery for these players.
Again, before we do get to talk to our champion, this top 8 was just too phenomenal. One more time, turn this place up for your EVO 2025 Street Fighter 6 top 8!
All right, Mena, I have a few questions for you. First, going into a tournament like this, having the weight of your EVO Japan win on your back, what was your mental state coming to this particular EVO this year?
It's been long enough.
I think that's a fair answer. Give it up. That is a fair answer. It has been long enough for him.
Mena, your legacy at this point, to say that it's solidified would be an understatement. I know how deep your pride goes. Please let the people know exactly what you want them to be looking at when they look at Mina RD, and what message did you send by winning EVO Vegas?
Honestly, that's a great question, but I don't want people to look at what Mina RD did today. I want people to look at what we all did today. Being part of this show, being part of this show is the biggest privilege of my life, and being able to perform in front of all of you just confirmed to me that we're doing something beautiful. Thank you so much.
Respondió bien.
Of a legit true champion through and through. Mena RD, thank you very much, AT&T, for helping us provide these interviews for these players. But without further ado, we have one more thing to give the champion. Chris Lee, can you please assist us? Can you please assist us, Mr. Lee? Let's go, EVO 2025.
A huevo ganó mi gallo.
Turn this place upside down, inside out, for the Street Fighter 6 EVO champion, Mina RD.
No, la neta sí, el vato está cabrón. Su blanca está bien cabrón. Mañana las notas serán Así como Latinoamérica ganó EVO, diarios se cuelgan de la victoria de otros.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for your EVO champion. Let's hear it. Man up, man up. That said, let's send things over to our commentators.
Truly well spoken from our EVO champion, Mena RD. It reminds me of a phrase that I believe Valle might have said earlier, actually a while ago. It's the games that bring us to these events, but it's absolutely the people that make us stay. And I genuinely feel like this right here, it's the evolution of fighting games, hence the name. We wouldn't be here without this exact support, the love, the passion, the energy that goes into our everyday going to fighting games, reaching out to other communities, entering locals, entering events, online, offline. We're all part of one big family, and it is truly, truly something special.
Yeah, and it's everybody who is interested in fighting games, whether you're organizing a local, whether you're just watching from home, enjoying all the action. You know, there's a lot of important people that make these things happen. It's not just the people who run the biggest events in the world, but you're like your homie who gathers you and 6 other people to play some Street Fighter or whatever fighting game you're playing is what really matters. And like that's how all of us get started and end up in a place like this, which is where, you know, we're so, as he mentioned, privileged to be here and get to talk about these games and hang out with all of you at home. Whether you're nice or mean to everybody that you watch, just know that we share a common language, and that language is fighting games.
Wouldn't have it any other way. Again, seeing you all here year after year after year, even for those that have come up and said, yo, this is my very first EVO, I'm glad you actually shared that information because, again, I love the fact that you are in this space, and I would love to see you continue on your journey here at EVO, at the FGC. I'm just so excited. I'm not going to pull a James right now. I'm going to hold it back just a little bit. Shout out to my boy, James Chen. I just want to keep it a little light, but from the bottom of our hearts, everybody behind the cameras, production, etc., everybody that put on EVO, thank you.
If you ran a bracket here at EVO, if you played, if you just came
Casi
to watch,
llora.
to support, we appreciate that, of course. And this kind of stuff happens to thankless people all year long. These kinds of events come together. So thanks to all of them for working really hard on this. Thanks to all of you for joining us for this and enjoying this excellent evolution year after year. As always, thanks for tuning in this year, and we hope we get to see you again next time.
Bueno.
All right, guys, so I don't want to get emotional up here or anything, but what I will say is that it's been an absolute honor to stand here in front of all you guys. The FGC absolutely changed my life. Even when people didn't believe in me, you all did. And I believe in all of you guys just the same. This is the most amazing community on this planet. And forever, I will represent the fighting game community. Thank you.
I couldn't agree more. It's such an honor and a completely humbling experience, not only just working along these legends, but also putting on a show for each and every one of you, because honestly, without this community, I don't know where I'd be. So thank you guys.
I have to agree. I can't believe when I started watching in 2009 that I would get to stand in front of all of you. Las Vegas turns into something truly special every single year. And it's because of all of you and all the passion and all the love that you bring and the love that you have for this scene, your locals that you bring to Las Vegas and you represent every year. And that makes this truly fantastic. Thank you.
Están a punto de llorar.
So, I say this a lot when people come up to me and we do interviews and things like that, and people ask me questions about the FGC, and I say it to people individually, but I think it's important to say it to all in front of the whole world. This is the most important thing in my life besides my family and my friends. It's you. My family, my friends, the people that I love, but the FGC, EVO, fighting games in general, I've had the best memories of my life, standing on a stage like this, playing games like this, being surrounded by people like you. and I will forever be humbled and thank every one of you for supporting not only me, but all of us. I love you all, and I will never be able to say thank you enough for allowing me to be here and also represent this community. You guys are the greats, and I will never leave you. I will always be here. This place is my home, and it is all of our homes. Doesn't matter. This is our home. I love you guys to death.
Ya se fueron la mayoría.
FGC, FGC,
Ya se quedaron los malacopos nomás. Bueno, vámonos. Así, vámonos.
Before we go anywhere, do you guys mind hanging out so we can take a picture together? Are you guys cool with that? Can we make this happen? All right, where's Rob at? Where's Rob? We know where's Rob? Where's Rob? Oh, hold on, he's already back here.
Vámonos, pero.
Rob is back here. All right, hold on. Let's just get set up safely. Safely. There we go. I like this. Yeah. That's right. Yo, Daps while we're getting set up.
Vamos a checar lo de Virtual Fighter. ¿Dónde está? Acá está. Vamos a verlo. Espérate. No se pucha el play. Pues nada más, cabrón, se me quiera, güey. No. La mierda, güey. Cabrón se ve. Oh, no mames. Verga, güey. Ah, cabrón. ¿Qué cabrón se ve la animación de los movimientos, güey? A la verga, güey. Porque tanto detalle. A la mierda, güey. Sí, es el de Virtua Fighter, güey. Ese no lo había visto porque lo anunciaron en el ¿cómo se llama? En Virtual Fighter Showcase que hubo después de la final. O sea, visualmente está bien cabrón visualmente, güey. Pero ve el, a ver si aquí, güey, o sea, el pedo de la patada, de cómo esquiva la patada. Verga, es que no puedo pasarle, güey. A la madre, güey. Tú ese side, güey. Quién sabe si esta animación va a estar en el juego, güey. Bueno, por lo... no mames, van a mostrar más en el Tokyo Game Show. Estoy dentro. Qué bueno. Qué bueno que regresó Virtual Fighter, güey. Está chido, pero bueno, ahora sí, vámonos. Vamos con el señor Alex. Está el señor Alex. Acá está. Jugando la Mario Bros. Carto. Vámonos. Gracias, banda, a los que se pasaron. Saludar al señor Alex, a Duno, Hardcore. Ahorita los veo por allá. Por quedarse un super rato totote. Casi 12 horas de stream ALB. Nos vemos la próxima. Bye bye.
El lunes se cumplirán 30 días de la desaparición de 17 niños. Su comunidad ha ofrecido una recompensa de $50,000 por información de cualquier persona o actividad sospechosa.
Esta es una historia real.
La hora de la desaparición.
Que me choca, la odio. Maldita perra.
Ay, no mames.
Perdón.
Güey, ay, no.
¡No! ¿Quién me robó mis hongos?
Ay, gracias por cerrar.
Un rayo.